Chapter 1152. Magic City Catacombs. What are they doing? Bastards. Are they luring us away on purpose? In the dark, someone's voice was filled with anger. Up ahead, the cat had found Feng Yuan. Right now, the man and the cat were having a barbecue. Calm down. Someone interrupted the crowd and said in a low voice, even if we're sensed, it doesn't matter. If Feng Ping doesn't show up again, surround Old Cat and Feng Yuan. Surround them but don't kill them. Inform the others to continue sending more troops to suppress the humans. Snake King hunting plan activated. Very quickly, someone said, should we send someone to the human realm to create chaos, destroy some cities, and force Feng Ping to appear as soon as possible? Try not to. Someone stopped him and said, slaughtering the human world will only anger some people. It's not that time yet. Mortals are just ants. We can just force the humans in the outer realms. But what if Feng Ping doesn't show up? Someone said impatiently. He has been in seclusion all this time. Once he becomes an overlord and a sage, it will be too late to stop him. It doesn't matter. The longer it drags on, the more disadvantageous it is for him. He is walking the human King Dao. If he is not in the mortal realm, then so be it. However, in the mortal realm, the human race is in decline. If he does not come out, the great Dao will definitely be damaged. Even if he is not a match for the human King Dao, he will not keep hiding. These words were said by Saint Tian Gui. As Saint Tian Gui spoke, he continued, today is already the second day. Tomorrow, if there are no more traces of Feng Ping, then let the true gods take action and exterminate some outland humans. The day after tomorrow, if Feng Ping still did not show up and break through some of the celestial passageways, he would let the Earth realm martial artists kill their way into the human realm. It's best if we don't enter the human world. Before entering, I sense something. I wonder if you sensed it? As soon as these words came out, someone fell silent for a moment before slowly saying, Some people seem to be staring at us. They're not staring at us. They're suppressing us with the Tao. Saint Tian Gui said in a deep voice, the way of the human monarch has existed since ancient times. Their cultivation was extremely profound, and they were the eyes and ears of the human king. Where humans are, the human king is. It's very difficult to kill Feng Ping in the human realm. He did this? Some people found it hard to believe. Feng Ping had not been in contact with King Path for long, right? Was he that strong? These people were all old fogies, so they more or less understood human king road. It was just like how Zhang Tao allowed Feng Ping to enter Black Heaven. As long as he could sense Feng Ping's aura, he could quickly locate him, tear the void, and descend into the world at will. These people had seen such a human king expert before. Wherever the human race was, these people could tear through the void and descend at will. Killing a king in the human world was an extremely difficult task. Previously, no one thought much about it, but when they entered the human world, they felt that something was wrong. Noble Heaven Sage shook his head and said, I don't know if he did it or not. However, we have to be on guard. It's best to kill him in the land domain. Even if we surround him in the human domain, he might still escape. Everyone nodded. It would be best to kill Feng Ping in the land boundary. If he could tear the void at will in the human world and arrive at will, it would be very difficult for Feng Ping to kill him. They were discussing Feng Ping's ability, but Feng Ping did not pay much attention to it. He knew that old Zhang had such an ability, but he could not sense it too clearly for Feng Ping himself. It was not that he did not react at all. In his source world, Feng Ping could still roughly sense where some of the projections were. For example, when Feng Ping entered the catacombs, he could vaguely sense that this old man had gone in the direction of the Forbidden Sea. In the direction of 6 southern regions, there were also some senses, more obvious than Old Man Li's. It should be where Wu Quishan was. However, to tear the void and descend in an instant, Feng Ping felt that he was still a little lacking. He might not be able to do it. Within 1,000 miles, with a clear location, he might be able to do it. However, beyond 1,000 miles and not on Earth, he might not be able to do it. Moreover, after entering the catacombs, this feeling had weakened a lot. On Earth, Feng Ping could actually sense more. In Sun City, Feng Ping could sense it quite clearly. He had always felt that if he tore the void on Earth, he might be able to directly descend into Sun City or MCMAU. This was because there were many people who resonated with him in these two places. Fong Ping did not restrain his aura. Instead, he changed his aura. A peak rank 9 powerhouse changed his appearance and entered the Forbidden Sea very quickly. After tearing many spaces consecutively, Fong Ping hurried on his way, disregarding the consumption. Very soon, he arrived at an island, a one-man island. As soon as he arrived, a gust of energy tore the void and charged toward him. Fong Ping reached out and grabbed it, crushing it directly. This time, the person in the dark was shocked. In an instant, he tore the void and walked out of the island. Ming Ting, looking at the unfamiliar person in front of him, the rank 9 aura, Ming Ting instantly knew who this person was. His gaze changed slightly, sending a voice transmission. "It's you. It's me. Humph." Ming Ting let out a cold humph. His gaze was unfriendly, sending a voice transmission. "How dare you come?" Last time, Fong Ping promised him that he would help him become an emperor. However, in the end, Fong Ping had Heavenly Wood's help and left quickly, not fulfilling his promise. Fong Ping's expression did not change. He landed quickly. "Someone is looking for me. Let's go down and talk." As he landed, he said, "I asked Jiao to inform you. I didn't go back on my word. True Lord should be able to feel my sincerity." Jiao. Speaking of Jiao, Ming Ting's gaze became even more unfriendly. This demon entered misery and had a conflict with King Kuan and the rest. He lured me here a few times. He's really despicable. Fong Ping was speechless. You can settle the score with Jiao. This demon isn't good. I can't do anything about it." Jiao had reached the peak and was no longer satisfied with his status as the Demon King of the 7 southern regions. He came to misery and wanted to become a Demon King. In the end, he had just achieved his Tao and was no match for those few. He was often chased by demons. Whenever he was chased, he would run to Ming Ting. It could not be helped. Who asked it to be the demon race commander under True Lord Ming Ting? Who else could it look for if not Ming Ting? "True Lord, please calm down. After all, it's the descendant of the Celestial Emperor. If it protects Jiao today, it might be repaid in the future, right?" Ming Ting thought for a while and nodded slightly. "If it wasn't the descendant of the Celestial Emperor, I would have joined forces with King Kuan and the rest to kill this demon based on the few times it caused trouble for me." He gave Jiao face because of the heavenly dog. Otherwise, he might not have tolerated it. Fong Ping smiled and said nothing. Soon, the two of them landed in a valley. Fong Ping looked around and smiled. "True Lord, if you want to become an emperor just based on what happened last time, the price is not enough. In the 3 realms, there are more than 1 or 2 peak-level emperors who want to become emperors. Do you think it's enough to deal with the 2 true gods last time, and that you were just to support True Lord?" Ming Ting stood opposite him, his eyes cold and stern. "Speak. What else do you need me to do? Kill. Who?" "Venerable Emperor, True God." Ming Ting frowned slightly and said in a low voice, "Now, powerhouses from the 3 realms are appearing frequently. The human race seems to be targeted by all parties recently. Someone must be trying to deal with you, right?" "That's right. Those who dare to deal with you now are definitely not ordinary people. They might even be saints. Although I don't want to die of old age, I don't want to die now." Fong Ping smiled. "There are saints. I won't hide this. But since I'm here, I naturally have my ways to deal with the saints. But it's troublesome if there are too many venerable emperors and true gods. If they join forces, it'll be a big problem." Fong Ping chuckled. "That's why I need your help to deal with 1 venerable emperor or 3 true gods. Don't worry, Fong Ping, am not someone who will die. Without full confidence, I'd rather hide in misery. Who can really find me?" "Venerable Emperor." Ming Ting frowned. Fong Ping said mildly, "I can let you become a venerable emperor first. Of course, let me be frank. There are many drawbacks to becoming an emperor as an origin. The biggest drawback is you've become an emperor in Origin Realm Emperor. So, you might be controlled by the owner of the Origin Realm." Ming Ting frowned suddenly, his face full of reluctance. Despite his reluctance, Ming Ting asked quickly, "Is there a chance to escape from control?" He did not say he would not do it. Becoming an emperor, extending his life, even if he had to work like a slave, it was fine. There was no such thing as a free lunch. Where there was gain, there must be sacrifice. He only wanted to know if it was for the rest of his life or if there was a chance to escape control. Fong Ping smiled. "Yes, you've become an emperor. I still need you now, but I've become a heavenly king. Emperor level is nothing. At that time, do you think I'll deliberately care about a venerable emperor? I control the human race. There are so many people in the human race, but they're still at my mercy. Who have I controlled? Because they're too weak. They're not worth it. You're the same. If I become a heavenly king, you'll be free. Unless you think you can keep up with me, you'll also become a saint or a heavenly king by then. There's no way to escape completely." "There is," Fong Ping said indifferently. "You've gained my recognition. I'll return your great Tao that's been replaced to you for you to assimilate." "What do you mean?" "After you enter the origin realm, if you want to become an emperor, you'll have to replace your current Tao with an emperor's Tao. Your Tao will be under my control. If I shatter your Tao, you know what the consequences will be." Fong Ping said bluntly, "After you've gained my recognition, you'll have to hand your Tao to yourself. Whether you assimilate it or hide it has nothing to do with me. By then, even an origin realm won't be able to control you." "I can assimilate it?" Perfected Lord Ming Ting's face lit up. Fong Ping shook his head. "Maybe, just maybe. It's very, very difficult. The origin realm is very complicated. It's replaced your own great Tao and gave you an external Tao. It's fine if you don't assimilate it. If you do, there might be a huge repulsion and both Taos might explode." Ming Ting was not surprised. He said in a low voice, "As long as there's a chance. We've been gambling with our lives for so long. I'm afraid there's no hope at all. If there's hope, it's worth it. In the past, I missed the chance to enter the Sky Tomb." "Fake Sky Tomb," Fong Ping said calmly. "You still don't understand? Even the cat is in the three realms. How can there be a true Sky Tomb? The Sky Tomb is merely my setup to let the powerhouses of the three realms leave. Who knew that someone would be revived? Otherwise, the three realms now would be my three realms. You guys always think that you're the winners. Little do you know that after tens of thousands of years, the humans are the ones in charge. It's not your turn." Fake Sky Tomb. Ming Ting had guessed it previously. However, at this moment, his expression was still complicated. He did not know if he was disappointed or relieved. He had missed it previously and could not enter. For that, he had stayed in the Forbidden Sea to find the Sky Tomb and enter. But now his hope was shattered. However, there was hope for him to become an emperor. Ming Ting took a light breath and looked at Fong Ping. "I agree. You help me become an emperor. I'll help you kill the enemy." Fong Ping laughed. A small house appeared in his hand. Ming Ting's eyes flickered. Fong Ping said lightly, "You can try to snatch it now. You're very confident." Fong Ping was indifferent. "You're not an emperor yet. You're just a near emperor. I'm a near emperor. My combat strength is not at its peak. I'm confident that I can kill you." Ming Ting's expression changed slightly. Fong Ping looked him straight in the eye. "Do you think I, Fong Ping, am a fool? That I'll trust anyone so easily? Including you. I've also investigated for a long time. I only showed up after confirming that there's no ambush. It's not that easy to kill me. I've been cultivating martial arts for 3 years and survived hundreds of battles. Did I really rely on luck? True Lord, the Origin House is right here. Are you willing to take a gamble or kill me now and snatch the Origin House? What's your strength? Is there a need to ask?" Ming Ting's eyes flickered. Take a gamble? Kill Fong Ping and snatch the Origin House. He wouldn't be controlled by others. Or go in and replace his Tao. He wanted to kill Fong Ping. No powerhouse would be willing to be controlled by others. However, the moment this thought appeared in his mind, he suddenly felt a sense of danger. This time, Ming Ting suddenly deflated. He looked at Fong Ping. He seemed to have aged a lot. He said softly, "All right, then I'll enter the Origin House. Fong Ping, I hope you'll do as you say. I don't want to lie to someone who's about to die." But you've done this a lot. Ming Ting snorted. You have no credibility. You've done this a lot. Human King Fong Ping. Do you really think you're still a nobody? Who doesn't know about your deeds? But it was also because of this that he was even more afraid. This person was sinister and cunning. Since he dared to come, maybe he really had the confidence to kill him. He did not dare to gamble with his life now. Fong Ping smiled. He did not care. Then please enter, True Lord. However, there are many fake Daos. True Lord, don't bite off more than you can chew. Replace them casually. Otherwise, your Dao will collapse and you'll die completely. After all, True Lord is close to an emperor. It's fine to replace a longer Dao. There's no need for the others. All right. True Lord Ming Ting said no more. He looked at the origin house. In the next moment, he rushed into it. Fong Ping watched him disappear in front of him and smiled. This person was quite bold. In the origin house, including the ones I've collected, there are a total of 5 Emperor Daos and 27 True God Daos. Fong Ping stood where he was and pondered for a moment. Emperor Daos. If one did not have peak level strength, there was not much use in replacing them. If one's golden body was not strong enough, it would be normal for one to explode. Earthshing was an example. He was an impasse powerhouse after all. In the end, he did not become an emperor quickly after replacing Emperor Daos. His golden body was still the same. When he erupted earlier, he almost exploded his golden body. Emperor Daos were only suitable for peak level strength. Therefore, humans could not use it. Fong Ping also did not want Old Wu to replace him. If he replaced him, his combat strength would not increase much. Moreover, it would completely destroy his potential. Emperor Daos aside, True God Daos might be useful. However, I need a rank 9 martial artist. Now that Ming Ting has replaced his Dao, he will be close to an emperor. Soon, he will become a true emperor. As Fong Ping thought about this, something that looked like a small dragon suddenly appeared in his hand. Fong Ping took a look. The small dragon was struggling, as if it wanted to soar into the sky. Fong Ping laughed. He did not care. He quickly tore the void and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Lord Guardian, at this moment, in an overseas immortal island, Earthshing suddenly barged into the main hall. He frowned and said, "Are we really going to continue waiting here?" Fengyan was holding a teacup and reading a book. He looked up and said, "What do you want? Get out." Earthshing said in a low voice, "The 3 realms are in turmoil now. We've offended King Kuan. Now, we should take this opportunity to find a force to rely on. In the sea, there are Spirit Emperor, Beast Emperor, God Emperor, East Emperor, South Emperor, and 6 extreme meridian powerhouses. Both you and I have Emperor-level strength. We will be honored guests no matter where we go." Honored guests? Taoist Fengyan smiled faintly. "More like a pawn. Don't tell me we'll keep waiting here." Earthshing looked at him, his eyes deep. "Guardian, you should have your own home, but I don't. Don't tell me you're going to bring me to rely on someone else, protector." He was not stupid. Taoist Fengyan did not rely on anyone now. It was very likely that he already belonged to someone else. As for which side, it was unlikely that it would be King Kuan. Taoist Fengyan laughed. "Don't be impatient. Today is just the beginning, not the end. Don't be anxious. If you bet too early, you'll easily become cannon fodder." As he spoke, Earthshing's expression changed. The next moment, Taoist Fengyan's expression changed as well. He sighed. "You've replaced the great Dao. Trouble is coming." Earthshing's expression changed drastically. At this moment, the void in front of both of them was torn apart. "Both of you, it's been a long time." "Just a few days." Taoist Fengyan sighed. This old man should abandon Earthshing. As he spoke, Earthshing threw a punch at Fong Ping. Fong Ping's aura was gone. The saint token turned into a glove, wrapping around his right hand. He also threw a punch. Crack! As both of them collided, the void shattered. A deep 4-petal black lotus appeared. Earthshing took a few steps back, crushing the ground. His expression turned extremely ugly once again. Although he did not become a venerable emperor on his own, he became one with the help of external great Dao. However, his maximum vitality had still reached about 2 million calories. He was a venerable emperor in the truest sense. However, because Great Tao was external, his control of strength was slightly weaker. His golden body was also slightly weaker. His control was only about 75%. Even so, his explosive power had exceeded 1,500,000 calories. But now that he was exchanging blows with Fong Ping, his right fist was shattered. Golden blood splattered. He was no match for Fong Ping. Both of them had been separated for less than half a month. Half a month ago, what was Fong Ping's strength? When he left, Fong Ping had not even broken 4. He was much weaker than him. At this moment, Taoist Feng Yun's expression changed. That day when he and Earth Xing left, Fong Ping had indeed not broken 4. After he left, Fong Ping went in a closed-door cultivation. Only then did he reach the stage of breaking 4. Now, Earth Xing, who had become an emperor, was actually repelled by a punch from Fong Ping. Fong Ping looked at Earth Xing and said lightly, "Attack me? Aren't you afraid that I'll crush your great Tao and let you die? If you're not confident that you can kill me, then behave yourself. Why seek death?" As soon as he finished speaking, a small dragon appeared in Fong Ping's hand. At this moment, the small dragon was struggling violently. Earth Xing's expression changed again and again. That was his own great Tao. He was too familiar with it. Humph! The god-slaying saber appeared in Fong Ping's hand, his expression unfriendly. "What do you think will happen if I sever this Tao?" Earth Xing's expression changed again. Taoist Feng Yun sighed. "King, speak your mind. 1 venerable emperor or 3 true gods? Choose." Fong Ping said calmly, "Someone wants to attack me. I want to kill them. It's just 7 or 8 saints. I'll think of a way to deal with them. You, Earth Xing, help me deal with those shrimps. You and Ming Ting both have emperor-level combat strength. Even if you're not as strong as other venerable emperors, it won't be difficult to deal with 3 true gods." Earth Xing took a deep breath. 7 or 8 saints? More or less. You're seeking death. I've courted death many times. In the evil sect, there were so many powerhouses, but I didn't die, let alone now. Fong Ping sneered. "Do you think this is all I have? Do you really think I can only rely on you guys to withstand the crisis? What a joke. Cut the crap. Tell me, do you agree or not? It's that simple." Earth Xing's expression turned ugly. "Fine, but if a saint attacks, I'll escape immediately. Before I leave, you must return the great Tao to me." "Sure." Fong Ping did not say much. He looked at Taoist Feng Yun. "You have your camp. I can't force you to do anything. But if you attack me, you'll die too. It's that simple." "King, you're very confident. I like to say ugly things first." Fong Ping said mildly, "You're very strong. I even suspect that you have the strength of a saint. You've just never shown it. But so what? It doesn't matter who's standing behind you. I only need to know if they're friend or foe." Taoist Feng Yun sighed softly. "At least we're not enemies now, are we? Then I'll ask one more thing. What's the background of the extreme path disciple that appeared now? There's no such person in the information you gave me previously." Taoist Feng Yun thought for a while. "I'm not too familiar. Back then, Heaven Destroyer Emperor had many disciples. Later on, some died and some scattered. His name seems to be Lin Hai. He's indeed Heaven Destroyer Emperor's disciple. Saint-level strength? Should be." Taoist Feng Yun shook his head. "It's very difficult to distinguish an emperor from a saint. If he doesn't attack, you won't be able to tell. Back then, he was just an emperor. Maybe he became a saint later on. Will he help Yao Qingjun? It's hard to say," Taoist Feng Yun said mildly. "Whether or not Yao Qingjun is the reincarnation of Heaven Destroyer Emperor aside. Even if he is, he's just Yao Qingjun. Unless he revives and becomes Heaven Destroyer Emperor, no one knows what Lin Hai's attitude will be." "Understood." Fong Ping nodded and looked at Earth Xing enter the origin realm. Earth Xing's expression darkened. He said gloomily, "You want to lock me in a cage? Cut the crap. Ming Ting is inside too. Do you think you can hide it from the saints if you catch them off guard?" Earth Xing took a deep breath. Without another word, he quickly entered the origin realm. Fong Ping put the origin realm away. Taoist Fenyun's eyes flickered when he saw him put the origin realm away. You're lucky to have obtained the origin soil. It's not a bad idea to hide them in the origin world, but aren't you afraid that they'll cause trouble in your origin world? They're not as strong as me. I can suppress them directly. Having said that, Fong Ping smiled. Aren't you going to invest in me? You're a smart man. It's not a bad idea to pay for your life. Maybe you'll need my help in the future? Taoist Fenyun smiled faintly. It's not time yet. You're not qualified enough. What if I win this time? No, even if I don't win, how many saints can I kill at this critical moment? Taoist Fenyun's eyes flickered. He said in a low voice, if you really have the strength to kill a saint, I can take a gamble at a critical moment, but you can't withstand the crisis this time. It's impossible for me to help you. Fong Ping, if you want people to invest in you, then you have to let them see your own strength, not external objects. Let's wait and see then. Fong Ping smiled. You can also hit me when I'm down. Of course, I believe that you're a smart man. Before the situation is settled, you won't do such a thing. If you really do it, then I'll be relieved. Relieved about what? Fong Ping did not say, but Taoist Fenyun knew. He did not say anything. Fong Ping did not continue to stay either. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared on the spot. After he left, Taoist Fenyun's expression was a little strange. Very strong. Fong Ping improved too quickly. He didn't break 5, and he's not Emperor level either, but he's not weaker than the average Emperor level. What kind of state is he in? Taoist Fenyun did not understand. After a long time, he recalled what he asked Fong Ping that day. Had he really become a true god? With your style, you're so low-key on the day you become a true god. Don't tell me you haven't become a true god yet? Impossible. Don't tell me the legend of double nines only works at rank 9. That's underestimating double nines. Fong Ping. Taoist Fenyun's expression changed for a while. He was in slight disbelief and did not dare to believe it. Had this person really become a true god? This time, he was really a little doubtful. If he did not, it was simply terrifying. Suppressing the palpitation in his heart, Taoist Fenyun looked in the direction where he left and fell into deep thought. This time, what should he choose? Money to buy his life. It sounded like a joke, but it might not be unreasonable. Scenes flashed in Taoist Fenyun's mind. He recalled all of Fong Ping's experiences. This was a magical guy. Chapter 1153. Chubby Face. Do you still want to eat? I'm stuffed. Magic City Catacombs. Fong Yuan looked aggrieved. She could not eat anymore. Big Cat wanted more barbecue. The cat said sympathetically, you can't do it. You've only eaten so little, and you're already stuffed. Let me tell you, one meal will last you 10,000 years. You've only eaten a month's worth. Fong Yuan did not want to speak. One meal for 10,000 years. Are you talking to me? No wonder this cat was so fat. It was all food. Every fatness came from eating. I don't believe you'll get fat just from drinking water. Big Cat, what do we do now? The cat was innocent. How would it know what to do? It felt like it was going to hit them. Chubby Face, when we fight later, I'll eat you. Don't be afraid. Huh, I'll eat you. The cat said matter-of-factly. How else can I protect you? I can only eat you. Fong Yuan was stunned. You want to eat me? How? I'll eat you in one bite. The cat ate the barbecue. It was a monster from God knows where, but it ate it with relish. Fong Yuan was depressed. She whispered, Big Cat, is my brother really okay? I don't know. The cat shook its head. It felt very dangerous this time. It did not know if the liar had a way to solve this. The person who wanted to kill him was running out of patience. If there's no other way, I can only run. Big Dog and the rest went to the Celestial Cemetery. There's no safe place in the 3 realms, so I can only run to the Celestial Cemetery. Big Cat, can't you save my brother? Fong Yuan was worried. She felt that the cat was very powerful. The cat muttered, I can't. I can't fight. I can only call for help. But I can't call for help now. They've all run away. What can I do? It was not good at fighting. If it wanted to call for help, there used to be people, But there was no one now. Blowing the whistle would not work. Moreover, it had thrown the heavenly bell into the fake celestial cemetery to bet on the eye of the bathhouse. It could not call for help even if it wanted to. Whether the liar could survive this or not depended on himself. The old cat shook its head and sighed. The liar was beaten to death. There won't be any feast in the future. Of course not. Feng Yuan gritted her teeth. My brother will definitely kill them. The cat did not say much. It rubbed its round belly with its paw and said, let's go to Kuokang Mountain. If we don't leave now, someone will really beat us up. Song Mao stood up on its hind legs, swaying its old man's steps as it walked over. Feng Yuan hurried to catch up. They didn't fly either. They just walked. At the back, in the void, voices could be heard again. Is Song Mao going to Kuokang Mountain? Kuokang Mountain has already been destroyed. Gong Zhuanzi has left Kuokang Mountain. Will Fong Ping go in a closed-door training there? I suspect that the cat is deliberately luring us there. It's possible, but let's stick to the plan. Is there anything unusual with Heavenly Wood? Tian Mu is patrolling the human world. Demonic City has already sent people to investigate. However, Fong Ping's whereabouts are mysterious. No one knows where he is. A storm is coming. Mount Wangwu, on top of a mountain peak. Saint Yue murmured, hands behind her back. She looked into the distance with an indescribable loneliness. Behind her, Ling Xiao said softly, Grandmaster, the war in the outer region has started again. Fong Ping intimidated everyone previously. The Celestial Emperor appeared. The human world has entered a period of peace. Now there's a dispute again. The catacombs don't have the guts. Who is stirring up trouble behind the scenes? Yue Wei said coldly, in troubled times, who can intimidate who? At our level, even if it's a heavenly king, so what? We're resurrected from the dead. For the opportunity, for the future, no one will be merciful. Ling Xiao was silent. After a while, she said, Immortal Quest Island's Yu Wuhua has already entered the outer region, entered the 6 southern regions. She's not moving. I don't know what she's going to do. I think she might have already achieved True God. Dragon Island's Long Xian has also entered the 6 southern regions. His aura is completely different from before. He might have entered True God too. And Boundless Mountain's Luo Yu. I'm afraid he has also achieved True God. Right now, he's staying near the 8 southern regions' waters. Li Wuji appeared in the 7 southern regions before and left quickly. There's still no movement from Medicine God Island. 7 planets Moi Heaven and Howding Shao Heaven are also quiet for now. Ling Xiao reported all the information of the past 2 days. Sage Yue did not pay much attention to it. Suddenly, she said, You've met the current King Yinluo before. You're familiar with him. Do you think this King Yinluo can achieve great things? Ling Xiao frowned slightly. After thinking for a while, she said, This person is hard to say. He's domineering, arrogant, savage, and conceited. Ling Xiao listed a bunch of shortcomings. In the end, she changed the topic and sighed softly. But this person is getting stronger the more he fights. The human race is also getting stronger. When I met him, he was only rank 8. Actually, it hasn't been that long, less than 2 months. That time, he led the human rank 9s into the graveyard of gods. In one battle, he killed thousands of rank 9s and many true gods. After that, he annihilated the 3 major grotto heavens and destroyed the divine sect. Actually, all these happened within these 2 months. Ling Xiao shook her head. I can't see through this person. He's even more unpredictable than King Yinluo. When King Yinluo was around, Grandmaster actually came out to observe once. Yue Wei's interest was piqued. She smiled. How does Moon Spirit evaluate King Yinluo? She had heard some of the things that happened before from Ling Xiao and the rest. However, it was said that Moon Spirit had always been in closed-door cultivation. Ling Xiao smiled. Grandmaster said that King Yinluo is very strong and very talented. He's also a peerless monster born in this era. However, although King Yinluo is strong and has an invincible posture, King Yinluo also has shortcomings. Shortcomings? Yes. Ling Xiao thought for a while. King Yinluo's shortcomings are very obvious. He really has great love for the human race. Yue was silent for a while. Then, she said in a low voice, "What moon spirit means is, so King Yinluo is actually restrained by the humans." Ling Xiao said seriously, "At King Yinluo's level, during the battle in the Graveyard of Gods, he even had the combat strength of a saint. After merging with the path, he's close to the heavenly king realm. However, all these years, King Yinluo has been enduring pain, torture, humiliation. His family and friends have died in battle in the catacombs. He can only watch, not daring to take one step into the catacombs. When he was young, he had a lot of good friends. King Yinluo was born in the streets and values loyalty the most. When he was young, if his friends were bullied, King Yinluo would definitely repay them. He never tolerated it. However, ever since his godfather, the previous Minister of Education, died in battle in the catacombs, King Yinluo changed. He carried more things on his back. The times when he dared to make a move decreased. He's actually being controlled by the humans." Yue nodded lightly. At this time, Ling Xiao said in a low voice, "But Fong Ping is different. He's also a human king, another human king after King Yinluo. But Fong Ping might not be controlled by the humans." "What?" Yue was slightly surprised. "What did he mean?" Ling Xiao said softly, "If it's King Yinluo, we might be able to use the humans to force him. But Fong Ping, he's different. In his mind, the humans might not actually be the first. They might not even be in the top 3. Even if the humans are destroyed, he's still Fong Ping. If someone destroys the humans now, King Yinluo will risk his life. Fong Ping will hide." Ling Xiao said seriously, "He will definitely not go out to die when he knows he's going to die. King Yinluo is a hero, Fong Ping." After a while, Ling Xiao said, "I think Fong Ping is an ambitious person. He's not a hero. Even if he looks like one now, he's not. Heroes have their flaws, and heroes will die too. But an ambitious person, I think it's hard for him to die." "An ambitious person?" Yue smiled faintly. "Is this your evaluation of him?" Ling Xiao nodded. "Yes. This person is harder to deal with than King Yinluo. King Yinluo in his youth might be similar to him, but after becoming a human king, King Yinluo has already been restricted. One was the humans in front, the other was himself in front." This was the answer Ling Xiao gave. King Yinluo was a hero, but it was hard for heroes to live long. The day the humans were destroyed would be the day King Yinluo died in battle. There would be no accidents. But Fong Ping, if the humans were destroyed, that guy might still be roaming freely in the 3 realms. Yue fell into deep thought. "You mean if he encountered danger, he might escape and not choose to fight to the death?" "Maybe," Ling Xiao said softly. "Unless he's confident, otherwise he won't send himself to death so easily. The confidence I'm talking about is a chance of winning, not a 100% chance of dying. Even if the chance of winning is only 10%, he might still try. But if it's a dead end, I'm afraid he won't." Sage Yue fell into deep thought. At this moment, Sage Yue's expression changed slightly. Her figure flashed and disappeared. In the next moment, she appeared outside the boundary wall. "Come out!" Behind her, Ling Xiao followed closely, her expression strange. "What happened to Sage Yue?" "Come out!" Sage Yue slapped her palm. Her jade-like palm pierced through the space, but there was nothing in the space. At this moment, a shadow appeared behind her. Sage Yue turned sideways and was about to slap. The palm wind swept past, and in the next moment, her jade-like hand stopped beside the shadow's head. At this moment, Ling Xiao finally realized it. She took a few steps back and looked sideways. With one look, she frowned. "Fong Ping." The shadow was very illusory, but it also emitted a faint golden glow. This was Fong Ping's clone. She had seen a clone like this before. Fong Ping had shown it before. "It's me." The shadow laughed. His face was illusory as he looked at the two of them, especially Sage Yue. He bowed slightly and said, "Greetings, Sage Yue." Yue's expression was cold. The royal manner doesn't welcome outsiders. I'm not an outsider. Fong Ping smiled. The royal manor's outer sect, Earth's Mount Wangwu, is under the jurisdiction of the king, and I am the current king of man. If that's the case, then naturally I'm not an outsider, am I right? Yue did not want to argue with him. She said lightly, "Aren't you afraid that I will take you down for coming here?" "Why would I?" Fong Ping smiled. Sage Yue is a smart person, a wise saint. Could she be like those useless Tiange, blinded by greed? Those idiots have just awakened. Their brains are probably still wet. What do they know? In human terms, this is called retarded. Both of them looked at him, frowning. Fong Ping smiled again. Moon Spirit Heavenly King and I are friends despite the difference in age, bastard. Ling Xiao growled. Fong Ping said indifferently, "Who are you to interrupt when powerhouses are talking?" Ling Xiao, if you dare to speak rudely again, don't blame me for settling the score with you. You, what? Fong Ping's face appeared. Instantly icy, his gaze cold. You're just a true god. Do you really think you can be presumptuous in front of me just because you've recovered your strength? Sage Yue raised her hand lightly, stopping Ling Xiao. She looked at Fong Ping and said coldly, "You're not qualified to be presumptuous in front of me either." "Is that so?" Fong Ping smiled. "Respecting the elderly is fine. As for the others, are you talking about strength? How do you know that my strength is inferior to yours?" As soon as he said that, Yu Wei's expression changed slightly. Fong Ping chuckled. "Let's not talk about strength. Respecting the elderly and loving the young is everyone's responsibility. Let's cut the crap. I won't play dumb either. I hate some people from Moon Spirit Heavenly King's royal manor, but I don't hate all of them. Previously, in the Battle of the King battleground, Moon Spirit Heavenly King helped. I still remember the favor. There are people who want to cooperate with me, but I have the temper of a donkey. Even if you want to cooperate with me, it depends on whether I'm willing and whether I like you. I'm a person with high standards. I don't like most people unless they're to my liking. You're from Royal Manor. I have a good impression of Moon Spirit Heavenly King. We can cooperate this time." Fong Ping did not wait for Ling Xiao to speak. He smiled faintly. "Don't interrupt. I'm just that insolent. This might be the last time the human race robs in foreign aid. At this time, those who can get on the train should get on it. Those who can't make it, forget it. Come with your real body," Yue said suddenly. Fong Ping gave her a deep look. The corners of his mouth curled up slightly. "Is it necessary? A clone doesn't represent the human race." "Is that so?" Fong Ping laughed. In the next moment, under their surprised gazes, Fong Ping's clone shattered. Fong Ping, who had compressed his body inside, revealed his real body directly. "Sage Yue, what about now?" Yu Wei's expression kept changing. How dare he? She did not expect Fong Ping to dare to appear directly. His real body. Was this arrogance? Or did he think that she could not kill him? Ling Xiao was also shocked. Immediately after, her expression turned solemn. "Aren't you afraid that the saints will attack?" "Afraid?" Fong Ping laughed. "If I was afraid, I wouldn't have appeared. Saints are not heavenly kings. Can saints break 6? I'm a 9th refinement golden body. Even jade bones are about to be formed. Without the ability to break 6, can they break my golden body? Jade bones?" Ling Xiao was puzzled. Yu Wei frowned. "You have jade bones?" "Almost." Fong Ping laughed. "I don't have it now. It's just a matter of time. Now, Sage Yue, can we talk? You're very bold. The bold will die from overeating, while the timid will die from starvation." Fong Ping did not think much of it. He chuckled. "I want to be a ghost that dies from overeating. This time, I want to slaughter a few saints for a sumptuous meal." "Can I do it if I'm not bold? You want me to help you? It's mutually beneficial. What benefits do I have?" Fong Ping chuckled. "There are. Do you want to become a heavenly king? If you do, wait for old Zhang to come out. I'll let him teach you. How about that?" Sage Yu Wei's expression darkened. "What a joke. Do you think I'm joking?" Fong Ping chuckled. "I'm serious. Of course, if you don't believe me, I have no way. How about this? 10,000 cloud origin energy. I'll hire you once. Help me hold off a saint. When it's over, I'll give it to you. 10,000 clouds. Yue Wei frowned again. Ling Xiao was a little shocked. Was it for real? Rank 9 martial artist source world could store 500 cloud origin energy at most. At impasse, of course, it would be much stronger. Near emperors could probably store 5,000 clouds. 10 times difference. At emperors, it would be even more. 10,000 clouds. Even emperors could store that much. However, no one would store so much. With so much origin energy, who would not use it to open up their DAOs? 10,000 clouds. Even saints could not store this much. As for origin energy, it could be used to repair, expand, and open up the DAOs of origin. Yue Wei and the others had dried up their origin for many years. At this moment, they were in closed-door cultivation because they needed to stabilize the origin space and strengthen their flesh. Their flesh was easier to handle. Every major force had some imperishable substances. However, origin energy, they really did not have it. 10,000 clouds blocked a saint. Yue Wei looked at him and said lightly, "How can I believe you?" Ling Xiao was also dissatisfied. "Fong Ping, what you say is 9 lies and 1 truth. How can I believe you? Is my reputation that bad?" Fong Ping grinned. "It's just 10,000 clouds. Do I care?" Having said that, he threw a cloud cluster, and it instantly merged into Ling Xiao's body. Ling Xiao was shocked. She did not even have time to dodge. Soon, however, her expression changed. "Origin energy." Fong Ping laughed. "It's just a bonus. It's just 100 clouds. Of course, if you rely on your own hard work, it'll probably take years. I'm a generous person. This is considered a free gift. It's nothing." "Saint Yue Wei, there's not much time for you to recover now. Once you recover, all right, the Great War of the 3 Realms is over. If you want to recover quickly, you can't do it without me. How about it? Are you willing? You've really surprised me. There's nothing surprising about it." Fong Ping said lazily. Everyone in the world is motivated by profit. If there were benefits, they would do it if they could. If they couldn't, there would be a long line of people queuing up. There are some people that I don't like. Even if I'm willing to cooperate with them, I won't have the chance. All right, there are more people working with me this time. The Demon Emperor will make a move, the Old Cat will make a move, and a Heavenly King will also make a move. As for who it is, let's not talk about it. In any case, it's very strong. It's a guy who created a clone. You might know him, but don't reveal his identity. What about you? Are you willing to join us? This time, Yue Wei's expression really changed. He's still alive? You mean the Demon Emperor, or that person? That one. Of course I'm alive. I'm living a good life. I've been watching some short movies recently. Fong Ping made a lame joke, but Yue Wei ignored it. Her expression was solemn as she asked, "Fong Ping, is what you said true?" "Of course." Fong Ping said in a relaxed tone, "I, Fong Ping, want to find someone to help. It's very simple." Yue Wei fell silent for a moment before she said slowly, "All right, give me the item first. Give it to me later. If you die, then wouldn't this consort have worked for nothing? That can't be helped. If I'm dead, why would I care about you?" Fong Ping said it directly. He could not help but laugh. "If I'm dead, you guys can go do whatever you want. I'll still give you benefits. Am I crazy? If I give you benefits and you guys use it to kill me, am I an idiot? I still have to guard against you going back on your word. Don't tell me you really think that I trust you 100%? I'll give it to you later. Myriad Cloud Origin Chi is nothing. It's not that I can't afford it, I won't go back on my word." "Sage Yue Wei, what's your decision now?" Yue Wei nodded lightly. The next moment, she struck with her palm. Bang! With a crisp sound, Fong Ping, who was still here a moment ago, was directly struck into nothingness. Yue Wei's expression changed slightly. At this time, the void was torn apart. Fong Ping appeared again, sighing. "If I say it's the real body, then it's the real body. Just add a little more imperishable substance. I have plenty of it. Add a little more origin chi and restrain my aura. Do you really think it's the real body? But I'm just within a 30-li radius. Sage Yue Wei, do you still want to make a move? If you make a move, you can take your time to search. maybe you'll find me. But next time, I'll ambush and kill you guys day and night. I hope you guys are enough for me to kill. I'm a narrow-minded person. I'm just testing the king of man's strength. Yue was very indifferent. I only saw the king of man's cunning, but not his strength. Do you want to try? Fong Ping laughed wantonly. If you want, there'll be plenty of chances. Yue's expression was icy. After a while, she said, 100,000 cloud origin chi. This palace will help you hold one person back. Saints, it's not as simple as you think. That's too expensive. With this price, I can hire a heavenly king. Fong Ping chuckled. 20,000 clouds. If you can do it, then do it. If you can't, then we part on good terms. I'll go talk to Tiange again. See if I can trick a few people to death this time. Both of them looked at him, their faces cold. Do you think we're idiots? Tiange? Fong Ping laughed incomprehensibly. What's wrong? Unbelievable? Don't doubt me. That was arranged by me. I deliberately lured those guys who were hostile to me. I'm telling you, that's so you don't hurt your own people. This time, I want to catch all those who are hostile to me and humans in one fell swoop. When you see Tiange, don't do anything to him. Tiange will fake a fight with me. At the crucial moment, he will turn on me and kill the others. In terms of tactics and conspiracies, I don't care about that. When it comes to conspiracies, don't think that you guys have lived for so long. You might not know as much as I do. Fong Ping laughed. You guys have lived for so long. Other than cultivation, what else do you know? I know a lot. I've experienced a lot too. Don't compare yourselves to me. Fong Ping finally looked at Ling Xiao. He smiled. If you're interested, you can participate too. Killing a true god, I'll give you 1,000 clouds. It's not cheap. Ling Xiao, you've offended me many times. If you offend me again this time, there'll be no room for negotiation. Having said that, Fong Ping's apparition dissipated completely. Yue said coldly, time and place. When the saints fight, just come. Fong Ping's voice trailed off. In the next moment, Yue struck the void with a palm. In the void, Fong Ping's avatar shattered. On the side, another avatar rose up, laughing. I'm here. Do you still want to kill? It's not like you need to cut your mentality. I'm within a 30-li radius. I'll control it personally. Why don't you try and see if you can find me? Twice. A third time, I'll take it that you're insincere. Yue's expression turned colder. She said lightly, coward. Ha! Fong Ping laughed. Don't provoke me. Really. If you want to cooperate, then cooperate. Provoking me is useless. I've already said that I'm narrow-minded. You just have to provoke me. Aren't you afraid that I'll become the ultimate winner and kill all of you? Who am I? I'm a devil. Fong Ping burst into laughter. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared completely. Yue stood on the spot. Her expression changed again. Ling Zhao's expression was solemn. She said in a low voice, Grandmaster, go back. Yue did not say much. Her expression was still cold. She felt threatened and pressured. Fong Ping was lurking near her. Yet, she did not notice anything amiss. Where was he? Both of them disappeared very quickly. When they disappeared, the void in their original spot fluctuated slightly. In the distance, Yue suddenly turned around. In the next moment, the void shattered. Fong Ping's illusion appeared. Do you think this is my real body? Don't joke around. I have millions and millions of clones. In the next moment, Fong Ping's illusions appeared in all directions. Are you afraid? Dozens of Fong Ping were laughing. Their laughter was terrifying. I'm really leaving at this moment. 30 li away, the space fluctuated again. Fong Ping waved his hand in this direction. He entered the Forbidden Sea instantly and disappeared without a trace. Scary, Yue said suddenly. Ling Zhao's expression was solemn too. This guy was not here to cooperate. This was a demonstration. He was warning some people. Even if he did not want to help, it was best not to get involved. He was very sinister. He was also very scary. He restrained his aura. The saints could not discover him. He hid in the dark. That was the god of slaughter. He did not lack imperishable substance or origin chi. The clones he created all had rank 9 combat strength. Combat strength was not important. The clones that restrained their aura were even scarier because they did not know who the real Fong Ping was. They could not find him even if they tried. If such a person kept his eyes on a force who would not be afraid. Ling Xiao gritted her teeth. He's threatening us. Yes, Yue Wei said lightly. It's a threat and a warning. All of us are variables. When the battle between the saints breaks out, we will arrive very soon. We are more of a threat than those who are participating in the battle. A group of onlookers was actually more terrifying than those who were participating in the battle. Yue Wei, Yuan Gang, these saints who did not participate in the resurrection were actually more alarming than those who were participating. Fong Ping was warning them. Very quickly, Saint Yue Wei said in a low voice, since he came to threaten us, it means that he thinks he can fight those people. He has a chance to win. Now he's here to eliminate some unexpected factors. As soon as she said that, Ling Xiao asked seriously, Grandmaster, is the help he mentioned real? I don't understand the Demon Emperor. Is that person really not dead? Yue Wei fell into deep thought. After a long time, she sighed. Even if he doesn't participate, try not to get involved with Tiange and the others. The situation in the three realms is more complicated than I thought. Ling Xiao understands. As she said that, Ling Xiao suddenly said telepathically, Grandmaster, Fong Ping is a great threat. Do you think if we attack him halfway? Yue Wei did not bat an eyelid. She also said telepathically, there are many people who are watching like us. Don't join the battle easily until the last moment. It's not that no one is optimistic about the humans. If that's the case, an unimaginable battle might break out in the end. Even among Tiange and the others, there might be pawns that Fong Ping mentioned. Some might really be bribed, and some might change their minds halfway. Anything is possible if you have a good relationship with the human race. The powerhouses of the three realms are more complicated than you think. Ling Xiao's expression changed. She nodded. It was true. There might be people like that. At this moment, Fong Ping had already gone to many places. Everything that needed to be prepared was almost ready. In the Forbidden Sea, Fong Ping looked in the direction of 7 Southern Territory and laughed. It was time to walk the dog. Big cat, get ready to work. Fong Ping chuckled and disappeared on the spot instantly. Chapter 1154. 7 Southern Territories. Not long after the cat and Fong Yuan made their move, the cat suddenly opened its mouth wide and swallowed Fong Yuan in one gulp. In the next moment, the cat shook its fat body and fled. Liar! I can't pretend anymore. The cat roared and fled quickly, yelling pitifully. There are so many of them. Let's run. At this moment, on the sea of 7 Southern Territories, Fong Ping's aura erupted. His voice shook heaven and earth, laughing loudly. Why are you running? They're just a bunch of trash who can't see the big picture clearly. Do they really think they can kill me? After saying that, Fong Ping laughed loudly. Come, let's walk the dogs. Having said that, a dog bowl appeared in Fong Ping's hand, carved with a few big words. Come and eat quickly. At this moment, the void shattered. At this moment, no one made a sound, but powerhouses broke through the void directly, charging toward Fong Ping. No one spoke. They wanted to kill Fong Ping. This was decided long ago. There was no room for negotiation. Fong Ping punched the void, laughing heartily. So impatient? The king of man shall fall. In the sky, someone was cold, tearing through the void, descending directly. Tiange. Fong Ping also escaped from another space, laughing loudly. Go and say this to the martial king. What are you being so arrogant for? Do you think you can still escape? Tiange was cold and indifferent. At this moment, in front of the cat, an old saint appeared, saying calmly, Emperor Sky, please wait for a moment. The cat turned and fled. Behind him, another saint appeared. Emperor Sky, this path is blocked. The cat looked aggrieved. You want to rebel? You attacked me. The cat guard captain and big dog will definitely kill you. Behind him, the middle-aged saint said lightly, We dare not. Since Emperor Sky doesn't participate in the dispute of the three realms, why make an exception for Fong Ping? The cat's big eyes turned and suddenly shouted, "Liar! I've helped you to hold back the two saints. You can run away by yourself." The two saints looked at each other, smiling, not minding. Suppressing the cat, two saints were not a lot. Seeing this, the cat muttered, "Two saints? I'll remember you. When Big Dog comes back, I'll let Big Dog beat you up." Their expressions changed slightly, and the old saint chuckled. "Songdi, we didn't do anything to you. We just let you watch a show. No matter how domineering the heavenly monarch is, he won't fall out with us. It's dog face. I'll definitely beat you to death, unless you accompany this cat to the sea to catch a big fish. Otherwise, you will definitely be out of luck." The two of them looked at each other and smiled. Soon, the old sage smiled and said, "Emperor Tsong, please. Fishing, we can also experience Emperor Tsong's interest." Their mission would be complete once they took the cat away. As for killing Fong Ping, there was still someone else. In the Forbidden Sea. At this moment, two sages had already appeared, one in the back and one in the air. The one in the sky was Tian Gui. Fong Ping did not recognize the person at the back. At this moment, Fong Ping shouted, "The fella at the back, introduce yourself. At least let me know who did this to me." "I am Heavenly Speed, one of the 36 saints." This person's title was Heavenly Speed, and his speed was really fast. As soon as Fong Ping finished speaking, the other party had already torn apart the void and located Fong Ping's position in an instant. The saint token appeared in Fong Ping's hand. A seal smashed open the space, and he fled again. At this moment, the void in front of him fluctuated. An old man with white hair and extremely long eyebrows descended, holding a long sword in his hand. He said lightly, "This path is blocked. I am Heavenly Sword." Fong Ping turned again. At this moment, on the left, a cold old woman appeared. "I am Heavenly Qiao. Tian Gui, Sky Speed, Sky Sword, Sky Qiao. For great sages. For the 36 saints." At this moment, these people surrounded Fong Ping from all directions. Fong Ping's gaze changed. "Ruthless, are there any more?" "Of course." At this moment, another saint appeared. She was also a woman, beautiful and alluring, extremely seductive. "I am Qing Mo. Where did you come from?" "Earth Emperor God Dynasty, Temple Master of all things." The coquettish woman laughed. "The Emperor massacred the people of the God Dynasty. You should know this day will come. 5 saints." At this moment, Qing Mo grinned. "The Emperor is waiting for Heavenly Wood? There's no need for that. One of the temple masters has gone over to Heavenly Wood. Heavenly Wood won't come to help." Fong Ping sighed. He looked around and said softly, 8 saints? What did Fong Ping, do to attract 8 saints? Old Cat took 2 saints with him. Heavenly Wood still had 1. There were 5 saints here, a total of 8 saints. At this moment, the chi dynamics of the 5 saints erupted. The entire Forbidden Sea seemed to be shaking. In order to kill Fong Ping, these people really went all out this time. 8 saints moved. At the same time, 6 southern regions, Imperial Sea Mountain. Wu Quishan's eyes were cold. Furchuan, Tianyu, Jihong. They really think highly of me. 3 true gods. Furchuan said lightly, Snake King, the rise and fall of the human race is due to Fong Ping. He's too ostentatious. At this moment, in the direction of the Forbidden Sea, a monster roared at the sky. Wu Quishan saw Jiao and heaved a sigh of relief. However, in the next moment, a golden dragon, a rock, and a ferocious tiger appeared. The 3 true gods of the demon race moved. Jiao, you won't be able to escape death too. Be starred, my ancestor is the Celestial Emperor. How dare you attack me? What a joke. How can the Celestial Emperor have descendants? At this moment, the golden dragon Long Qi opened his mouth and said in a loud voice, At most, you're just a strand of the Celestial Emperor's blood essence, a bastard born from the union of an unknown demon race. The first generation of golden horned beasts is considered pure blood. Who do you think you are? Xiao was furious. It roared at the sky, its anger soaring. This guy was insulting it, insulting the noble descendant of the celestial emperor. 6 paragons surrounded Snake King and Xiao. 6 southern regions. 2 paragons were in danger. In the sea, water, immortal island. Wuqi Li's roar shook the sky. However, powerhouses were suppressing them from all directions. Kuan King, Crab King, and the others had arrived. Wuqi Li, you're a demon powerhouse, a powerhouse of Emperor Nan's bloodline. Are you going to fight for the human race? Kuan King said coldly, you're a disgrace to Emperor Nan's bloodline. Wuqi Li roared, you dare to surround and kill me on the water, immortal island. Who gave you the courage? Me. At this moment, a shadow stepped down from the sky with his hands behind his back. He said coldly, go back. For the sake of the water, immortal island, I won't kill you. If you dare to fight, you'll be dragging Emperor Nan's bloodline into the flames of war. Wuqi Li, you're not qualified. Wuqi Li roared at the sky. This was the heir of Emperor Nan's bloodline. He had taken over the water, immortal island. At this moment, Wuqi Li transformed into human form. A burly man appeared and roared, I'm the king of the water, immortal island. Not Wuqi Li of Emperor Nan's bloodline. I only represent the water, immortal island. What do you have to do with me? How dare you? The person in the sky snorted. Wuqi Li roared and instantly transformed into his true form, a green water buffalo. He was hundreds of feet tall, and his 4 hooves stepped on the air. He roared, I'm not afraid of you. If you dare to kill me, the patriarch will return and the water, immortal island will rebel. Among Emperor Nan's bloodline, the water, immortal island is more important than you. I'd like to see if you dare to kill me. If you kill me, Emperor Nan's bloodline will be completely destroyed. Do you really think I don't understand? Let me go. I have my own path. You have no right to make decisions on my behalf. The water buffalo's roar shook the sky. It didn't care. It had its own path, the path of the sea guardian. At this moment, this saint was involved in its struggle for the great path. It had already benefited from the human race and reached the peak. At this moment, its great path was not firm. Its future was uncertain. In the sky, the saint of Emperor Nan's bloodline had a cold expression. After a long time, he said coldly, all right, since you want to die, then die. From today onwards, you Wuqi Li are no longer the heir of Emperor Nan's bloodline. I don't care, Wuqi Li roared. He instantly broke free from the suppression and broke through the air. King Kuan and the others looked at the saint. The saint said indifferently, since you're not from Emperor Nan's bloodline, Wuqi Li has nothing to do with me. As soon as he said that, the few of them seemed to have received a holy order. They roared and chased after Wuqi Li. It was still the 6 southern regions. Yu Wuhua and Long Xian gathered together. At this moment, their expressions were ugly. Wuhua, what should we do? Emperor Cong had been taken away. At this moment, they had received a holy order to evacuate this place. Emperor Cong's safety was guaranteed. Yu Wuhua felt the aura of 8 powerhouses nearby. 6 of them came from the catacombs. Glancing at Long Xian, Yu Wuhua suddenly laughed. Do you think Fong Ping can turn the tables? They had received the news. Fong Ping would definitely die. 5 great saints besieged Fong Ping in the Forbidden Sea. Fong Ping could not escape even if he had wings. Long Xian said nothing. Do you still remember the scene in the graveyard of gods that day? Yu Wuhua murmured, that day, I wish I could be born at the same time. That day, the human race fought in all directions. In a desperate situation, he turned the tables. Fong Ping won. At that time, Wuhua felt that martial arts cultivators should be like humans, even if they became demons. Kill a bloody path and fight for a future. 3,000 years ago, I wanted to achieve Tao, but I couldn't. At the end of that day's battle, I broke through the barriers of many years and found my own Tao. At this moment, Yu Wuhua's aura flourished. I, Immortal Quest Island, only ask about the immortal path. Today, I am inferior to the human race. The emperor's successor. Small vision, small spirit, Wu Hua disdains to be associated with them. This woman, who Fong Ping had only seen a few times, burst out with incomparably brilliant light at this moment. I am willing to fight for a future. 3,000 years ago, Luo Yu, Yu Wuhua, Gu Qing, including Ling Xiao. These people were the pride of that era. However, 3,000 years later, some of them died, and some of them had not achieved Dao. Today, Yu Wuhua wanted to fight for a future that she had decided for herself. Snake King, Yu Wuhua, is here to help. At this moment, a golden ribbon pierced through the void. Yu Wuhua laughed loudly, laughing boldly. She wanted to fight for a future. Who said that women were inferior to men? Thank you, Fairy Wuhua, for your help. Wu Quishan was overjoyed. The human race had once again welcomed external help. Below, Long Xian's expression changed. Then he gritted his teeth. Roar! The dragon's roar shook the sky, and a giant golden dragon appeared. Long Qi, you mixed-blood dragon race, come and fight me. Long Xian roared. He was a dragon from Dragon Island, a descendant of the Dragon Emperor. Long Qi was a descendant of the Myriad Demon King. They were all dragons. As soon as these words came out, Long Qi was also furious. Your Dragon Island submitted to the Beast Emperor. I thought that you, Long Xian, were wise, but now it seems that you are also seeking death. As soon as he finished speaking, above the Forbidden Sea, the two giant golden dragons collided instantly. Blood splattered in the void. Zhao saw this and roared, swallowing the sky and the moon, frantically swallowing the entire void. Kill! Over at Imperial Sea Mountain, the battle also broke out instantly. The four paragons had just entered the Paragon not long ago. As for the six true gods, some had already entered the true god realm for many years. However, at this moment, when the two sides fought, it was still extremely cruel. The war broke out just like that. At this moment, all the powerhouses of the three realms were paying attention. Wanwu Mountain, the Emperor's bloodline, Emperor Nan, Emperor Shi, all the powerhouses of the Emperor's bloodline were watching the battle. The Extreme Path disciples were also watching the battle. The Tiangue and the Catacombs had joined forces with some people to surround and kill Fong Ping. At this moment, Fong Ping might not be able to escape. 8 saints. Terrifying power. 8 saints could even defeat 7 heavenly kings. Even 6 heavenly kings could be defeated or even killed. In order to kill Fong Ping, it could be said that this time, the Tiangue had mobilized their strongest combat strength. Kill. Then it must be a one-hit kill. Having studied Fong Ping's background, he knew the consequences if Fong Ping did not die. He must not let Fong Ping escape again. In the sky above the Forbidden Sea, in the direction of the 7 Southern Territory, Fong Ping was surrounded by 5 saints. No one listened to him. Almost instantly, these people attacked him. Fong Ping escaped into the sea instantly. However, at this moment, he was blasted out in the blink of an eye. In the sea, a giant monster appeared, speaking in human language. It said lightly, Earthly Emperor Dynasty, Jing Qi. Fong Ping's expression changed drastically. An Emperor-level demon. An Emperor-level demon from the Earthly Emperor Dynasty era. Fong Ping did not waste any time. Without another word, he tore the void apart again. As soon as the void was torn apart, the Tiangue seal smashed over, and the void exploded. Fong Ping spat out a mouthful of blood. His military uniform was shredded. Cracks appeared on his golden body as he flew backward. On the other side, a few saints attacked one after another. Kill Fong Ping. At this moment, Fong Ping let out a low roar. 3 round balls were tossed out. Rumble! Heaven and earth shook. In the next moment, 3 masked men appeared. Yes, masked men. Not only were they masked, but at this moment, the 3 of them looked completely different. One was carrying a Changdao on his back, one was holding a spear, and the last was holding a staff. Divine Saber. Divine Spear. Trickster. 3 gods fight. The 3 of them roared at the same time. In the next moment, They went straight for Sky Speed, Sky Sword, and Sky Qiao. Tiangue was surprised and shocked. Who was this? He did not know. He could not tell whether they were real or fake. They looked like real people, but not at the same time. Where did these three saints suddenly appear in this world? At the same time, Mount Wanwu. At the top of the mountain, this scene was displayed on a crystal screen. Saint Yue's expression changed slightly. It's really him. Back then, he only had emperor-level strength, but he was known as one of the strongest in the three realms. It was not because he was strong, but because he could forge divine weapons. The 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors were protecting him. Today, however, she saw a completely different scene. His clones. At this moment, the 3 doppelgangers had actually blocked 3 sages. Who was it? Ling Xiao was also shocked. Could these 3 be the same person? Don't ask. Yu Wei shook her head. This guy was a taboo. Yu Wei frowned. This person actually appeared on the Forbidden Sea. The appearance of the 3 clones also shocked the others. Not only that, Fang Ping also threw out 2 people at this moment, Di Xing and Ming Ting, shouting, "Kill this whale and bring it back to stew." Ming Ting and Di Xing looked at each other, extremely solemn. Emperor level. Not just an ordinary emperor level, but an experienced emperor level. Although not a saint, the demon emperor level was slightly stronger. Although both of them had emperor level strength, they had just achieved it and might not be able to defeat it. However, at this time, they had no other choice. The 2 of them let out a low roar and charged toward the whales below them. Tiangue's expression changed. He said lightly, "Very capable." It was more terrifying than he expected. Fang Ping actually managed to summon 3 saints and 2 emperor levels to help him. This was beyond his expectations. However, there were still 2 saints at this moment. Tiange, Qin Yamo. At this moment, in the void, a figure appeared. His face was illusory, looking at Fang Ping with a complicated gaze. He said lightly, "2 saints, I can't help you hold them back. 1 person is enough. I'll leave that old witch to you." Fang Ping shouted coldly. Zhang Hao sighed softly and did not say anything else. He looked at Qin Yamo. "Let's learn from each other." As soon as he said that, he rushed over and fought with Qin Yamo. In 4 directions, 8 saint-level powerhouses were fighting. This time, Tiangue's expression really changed a little. Heavenly Wood, Song Mao, 2 emperor levels for saints. Where did Fang Ping get so many reinforcements? Not only that, at this moment, in the direction of 6 southern regions, 10 desperate realm powerhouses also began to gather. The sound of battle shook the sky. They began to fight in the direction of the Forbidden Sea. The strength of the human race was stronger than imagined. "But you still want to die?" Tiangue shouted coldly, smashing the seal toward Fang Ping again. Fang Ping gritted his teeth, broke the void, and escaped dozens of miles in an instant. Tiangue arrived almost instantly. Rumble! A roar was heard. Fang Ping's back was hit directly. He gritted his teeth and sneered. "Come, let's play with this dog of yours. You're asking for death." Tiangue shouted coldly and blasted another punch. Fang Ping held the seal to defend, but he was no match for the saint. His golden body was directly smashed, smashing through the void. This blow, even if Fang Ping had some emperor-level characteristics, he was still seriously injured. However, the imperishable substance on Fang Ping's body gushed out like it was free and began to repair his injuries. But his injuries were still extremely serious. At this moment, Tiangue suddenly closed his eyes and snorted coldly. Fang Ping's origin qi overflowed from his body, bleeding from his 7 orifices. Severing Dao. "Do you think you're worthy of severing this saint's Dao?" Tiangue snorted coldly. Fang Ping was a little difficult to deal with, but it depended on who he was dealing with. He was a saint, an ancient saint. Fang Ping wanted to sever his Dao. It was a lunatic's ravings. Moreover, it was not like he did not know Fang Ping's ability. This kid, he had injured Fang Ping's origin instead. "Old man, you're amazing." Fang Ping laughed. "But I don't lack origin qi. Let's play slowly. Sooner or later, I'll toy with you until you die." Fang Ping took advantage of this gap and flew into the void again. Do you think you can run? Tiangue sneered. The big seal in his hand was suddenly thrown into the sky. Seal! Rumble! At this moment, the big seal disappeared into the void. In the next moment, Fong Ping felt the arrival of big trouble. The void was even more solid. Saint's Token. The existence of the Saint's Token was originally to stabilize the world. At this moment, Tiangue threw the Saint's Token into the void, suppressing this side of the world. Although Fong Ping could still fly, it was no longer like before, when he could fly tens or hundreds of miles. It was only a few miles. For powerhouses, it was better not to fly into the void. You must die. Tiangue was indifferent. Let's see how you escape. Did you think the ancient saints were those useless true gods you killed? Fong Ping gritted his teeth and roared. His chi erupted. The void trembled. At this moment, a big seal appeared, breaking the void with one blow. You're quite capable. You're really going to become an emperor. Seeing Fong Ping's blow explode the void, Tiangue's gaze became colder. It was really too scary. How many days had it been? This guy really had some weak emperor-level combat strength. Go to hell. Tiangue's palm swept the void. Fong Ping roared, the god-slaying saber appearing, slashing his palm. Sparks flew everywhere. Fong Ping, on the other hand, suffered a violent shock. His golden body was actually trembling. Tremor force. He felt that he could not move from the shock. In the distance, Tiangue sneered. This was a saint. The huge palm grabbed Fong Ping in an instant. At this moment, there was a loud bang, and the palm exploded. Half of Fong Ping's golden body was destroyed, but most of it recovered in an instant. He escaped a few miles away, his face pale. This was a saint. He was indeed no match for him. Even if Tiangue had not recovered to his peak, he had at least a limit of 5 million calories, close to an 80% outburst. 6 million calories. If Fong Ping did not fight across the void and collided with him head-on, 3 moves would be enough to make Fong Ping's golden body explode, and he would die. Human, bless me. At this moment, Fong Ping suddenly roared. At the same time, Earth. Countless people walked out of their houses. In the sky, a large number of powerhouses soared and walked. They roared one after another. The king is fighting everywhere again. We need to fight for the king, for the human race. The human race is strong. The king is strong. Everyone break through. Below, there were thousands of people. Some were aspiring martial artists. Some were martial artists. At this moment, there was a common characteristic. They were about to break through. At this moment, the aspiring martial artists roared one after another, advancing to martial artists. The martial artists also absorbed the energy balls thrown by the powerhouses in the sky and absorbed them into their bodies. Some of them exploded instantly, but they were still roaring. There was not much they could do. They were chosen because they were about to break through. This was glory. It was also the human race's belief. Only breakthrough. They did not know if Fong Ping would become stronger if they broke through, but they knew that this was hope. It was also the only thing the people behind the scenes, could do. Sun City. Zhang Peng roared. 6 refinements. It was time to break through. 7 or 8 refinements. Rank 9 was stronger than rank 8. People of Sun City, advance with me. How can we avoid war in the king's hometown? I have advanced to rank 9. Martial artists who are willing to fight. Follow me into the catacombs and quell the war. Fight. Unity was a stronghold. This was the king's hometown. There were no cowards. They could not afford to lose face. A rank 9 commander was also the only one in the world. This was glory. At this moment, a large amount of energy overflowed from Sun City. Countless people roared at this moment. Breakthrough. Zhang Peng also roared and took a step forward. In the void, a path flashed and disappeared. 100 meters long. It was not long, but today he had entered Origin, became a rank 9 and fought in the catacombs. As the descendant of the King Wu, he would not embarrass the human race. His father died young, and he, Zhang Peng, was the pillar of the Zhang family's eldest son. His younger siblings were still young. and his uncle's strength was not as good as his. At this moment, no one from the Zhang family was fighting in the catacombs. He, Zhang Peng, had to hold up the Zhang family's King Wu card. Break! Zhang Peng's golden body erupted, illuminating Sun City. In the next moment, he roared, "With the enemy's blood, I will forge my martial arts foundation. Everyone, those who can fight, enter the catacombs. Kill! Kill!" The roar shook the sky. At this moment, thousands of martial artists broke through the air and followed Zhang Peng, charging toward the Nanjiang catacombs closest to them. The Nanjiang catacombs that had originally been pacified were also in a bloody battle today. Today, they fought for the human race. P.S. Asking for some monthly votes seems to have beaten the previous ones. A pleasant surprise. 9 Heavens, Divine Emperor. Chapter 1155. Kill. The entire outskirts of the catacombs were engaged in a massacre. Fresh blood dyed the catacombs red. Hysterical, fighting to the death without retreating. Behind him was his country, his race. A human king was fighting. Generations of experts of the human race were fighting. The experts were fighting, bathing in blood for the survival of the human race. What right did the others have to not fight? Even if they were weak, they would fight to the bitter end to tell the 3 realms that the human race had never been afraid. Forbidden Sea. Kill. Old man Li's Skybreaker. Who could stop him? He was going back to help the human race. This road is blocked. A giant octopus blocked his way. Desperate Sea. The path of the human race will be forged through slaughter. Old man Li roared fiercely. Humans don't rely on others to make way. Our path is carved out by ourselves. Since the beginning of neo-martial arts, they had always been fighting and had never stopped. Why would they need others to make way for them? You think you're qualified to stop me? Broken longevity. The heaven-punishing sword erupted with a blinding light that illuminated the world. Sword light crisscrossed the world. Behind the octopus, countless Forbidden Sea demons screamed miserably as they were instantly cut into pieces by the sword light. One sword to sever longevity. Today, he was going to slay demons and enter the Tao. Even if he couldn't reach the absolute peak, he was going to slay a true deity. He was the longevity swordsman, the invincible longevity swordsman. Break! 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 With 3 consecutive roars, 3 beams of sword light pierced through the void, forming a large array that instantly attacked the octopus. The tentacles of the octopus soared into the air. Just as it struck out, it suffered a critical strike. Several of its long tentacles were instantly cut off. What a domineering sword technique. Heaven exterminating sword, an ancient divine artifact. This seat kindly accepts. The octopus was not shocked. Instead, it was delighted. If it was in the past, how could a true god realm like it have the qualifications to wield a divine artifact? But now, this human actually possessed a divine artifact. If he killed him, entered the Forbidden Sea, and refined the divine artifact, he could make up for all his losses this time. You think you're worthy? Old man Li let out a cold snort. His vitality surged, and he let out another furious roar. At this moment, his entire being had merged into the long sword, and his roar shook the heavens. Life Sword. The Life Sword, which he had only used once in the king's battlefield, appeared once more. Shadows appeared one after another. Heroic spirits that had died in battle in the catacombs reappeared. Although the common people are bitter, they will not regret it even if they die. In the past 100 years of the human race, which powerhouse had ever said that it was a bitter new martial artist? The path of the common people. The moment the sword appeared, heaven and earth shook. The sky was torn apart. The octopus, which was still thinking about snatching the heaven-punishing sword, suddenly revealed a look of horror in its huge eyes. Third heaven break. Breaking 3 was nothing. A burst of 600,000 calories would do it. Even so, there were strong and weak ones at break 3. The strong ones could explode with more than 1 million cal, while the weak ones could explode with more than 600,000 cal. Even if they were at the peak of level 4 or 5, with vitality exceeding 1 million, they might not be able to inflict 1,000,000 cal of damage. Not even Li Changsheng. However, at this moment, Li Changsheng had fused his 9 refinements golden body with the divine armament, the Sky Destroyer sword, and slashed out with this sword. It vaguely felt an incomparably great threat. At this moment, its source great Tao trembled. This person wanted to sever the Tao. You're not qualified. The octopus also roared. His great path was sturdy, and his spiritual energy was stronger than Li Changsheng's. How could this guy be qualified to break his great path? He was not qualified. Old man Li was one with his sword. At this moment, his voice shook the heavens. What qualifications do I need to slay a beast? The Forbidden Sea demon tribe actually dared to stop him from returning to aid the humans. They deserved to die. At this moment, the long sword was unbelievably fast. It broke through the limits of space. Countless shadows surrounded the long sword like stars surrounding the moon. As the long sword slashed through the air, a soft sound was heard. Roar! A shrill roar was heard. A sword appeared on the octopus's head. Compared to its huge body, it looked like a toothpick stuck in its head. However, at this moment, the octopus was howling in pain. The moment the Sky Destroyer stabbed in, its great path suffered a violent impact. The source world was shaking. Go to hell! The other tentacles of the octopus all whipped toward its head. Bang, bang, bang. A series of collisions were heard. With a plop, Old Man Li and the Sky Destroyer's sword separated. He was bathed in blood, his face pale. Holding the long sword, he half knelt on the octopus's head. At this moment, the tentacles around him were still surrounding him. Old Man Li let out a long laugh. He stood up again and slashed with his sword. He laughed and said, "Your great path is shaking. Do you think you're qualified to fight me to the death?" As soon as he finished speaking, Old Man Li's golden body exploded with a dazzling light. 9-forged golden body. The world only knew that Fong Ping had a 9-forged golden body. How many people remembered that he, Li Changsheng, had also achieved rank 9 with a 9-forged golden body? At this moment, a ray of golden light was as fast as lightning. Holding a divine weapon, it spun and leaped in midair. Countless shadows appeared in the void. Those were the afterimages left behind by the extreme speed. Wherever the afterimages passed by, they were fighting with the octopus tentacles. Blood dyed the surface of the sea gold. Some belonged to Old Man Li, some belonged to the octopus. As it fought, the octopus started to feel scared. The other party might not be its match. However, it suddenly felt that it was worth it to fight with this person until the end. It was only entrusted by the Kuan King to keep this person occupied. If this went on, it felt that even if it killed the other party, it would be seriously injured. In the Forbidden Sea, an injured true god monster beast might very well become someone else's meal. Human, scram. Countless tentacles of the octopus were broken. At this moment, it maintained the last of its dignity and roared, "Scram! I don't want to argue with you today." Old Man Li's face was pale. His 9-forged golden body was also badly damaged. After all, he was not a paragon. He had not even reached the end of rank 9, fighting with a paragon demon until the other party was afraid of being seriously injured and had to give way. It was already extremely shocking. After Fong Ping, this was the second rank 9 powerhouse who defied the heavens and killed gods. However, at this moment, Old Man Li did not leave. The first spurt of energy will dry up, and the third will weaken. If I don't prove my Tao to the Paragon today, it's useless even if I go back. You are my whetstone. Old Man Li roared. This fellow had already consumed too much of his strength and foundation. If he did not prove his Tao, when he went back, he would only be a useless rank 9. What was the use? Only at this moment, unleashing his full strength and killing this paragon demon beast, could he achieve the general trend and take advantage of it to prove his Tao to the desperation realm. King Wu killed a saint to advance to Heavenly King. Fong Ping wanted to borrow the saint's hand to help him prove his Tao to the paragon. War King, Netherworld King, Chen Yaozu, Zhang Weiyu, each and every one of these experts had used their strength to prove their Tao, killing their enemies to prove their Tao. Killing a strong enemy, this was the general trend. Their essence, spirit, and spirit would reach the peak in an instant. Their mentality would also undergo a huge transformation. This was the struggle between life and death, fighting for a future. Humans were all fighting. Today Li Changsheng, also wanted to fight. If he succeeded, he would return as a paragon swordsman and kill even more strong enemies. B** starred. You're courting death. The octopus was furious. Its huge figure suddenly rolled. The entire sea region was stirring up waves. Old Man Li stepped on its body. At this moment, a huge wave came crashing. The seawater was like sulfuric acid, wrapping him up instantly. Even his nine-forged golden body was sizzling. Corrosion. However, Old Man Li allowed the seawater to corrode him. His feet were rooted, laughing loudly, stabbing down with his sword. Golden blood gushed out. In the next moment, a tentacle pierced through Old Man Li's chest. Li Changsheng was incomparably savage. Holding the sword with both hands, he stabbed down again. However, his teeth revealed a cold glint, biting down on the tentacle that pierced through his chest. His teeth were like sharp swords. Crack! A sound of metal colliding was heard. Li Changsheng's mouth was full of blood, but he smiled ferociously. He bit off a large piece of the golden flesh on the tentacle and swallowed it directly, laughing loudly. Delicious! Great supplement! Crunch, crunch! The ear-piercing sound of chewing metal was heard. The flesh of a venerable demon was countless times tougher than metal without being processed. Li Changsheng's teeth were shining with golden light as he chewed, but he did not care. Below him, the octopus rolled and boiled again, diving straight into the forbidden sea. Li Changsheng's sword stabbed into its body. It could not survive no matter what. It was in a difficult situation. Enter the forbidden sea and corrode him to death. Not only that, but at this moment, its mentality incarnation flashed directly above the flesh. A gloomy middle-aged man was furious, charging towards him swiftly. Mentality incarnation? Ah, you're courting death. At this moment, Old Man Li's vitality exploded like a bloody sun. He did not cultivate mentality. So what? I have hot blood. That's enough. His vitality was burning. A burst of sparks that burned the void rose. Old Man Li continued laughing maniacally. Holding the sword, the sparks merged with the long sword. Almost in an instant, Old Man Li's sword pierced through the air, piercing through the mentality incarnation. At this moment, more than 10 tentacles appeared. As he pierced through the mentality incarnation, they entangled him as well. An ear-piercing sound was heard. It was like being sliced by 1,000 knives. Old Man Li's golden body was cut. Blood and flesh splattered, his bones broken, but he held on. Once again, he swung his sword in all directions, cutting off countless tentacles. A fight to the death. At this moment, his vitality was depleted, his golden body was damaged, and his combat strength was reduced by 80%. However, below him, the octopus was not having it easy either. More than half of its tentacles were cut off, and the mentality incarnation was destroyed. At this moment, the octopus was slightly out of control. It rushed to the bottom of the sea, howling mournfully. Most martial artists would lose control when their mentality was destroyed. The demons were even stronger. It only wanted to use the incarnation to chase Li Changsheng away. Who knew that this person would disregard everything? Under such circumstances, he allowed its tentacles to pierce through him and destroy its mentality incarnation. At this moment, the octopus was extremely irascible. Not only was the seawater corroding Li Changsheng, but it was also corroding the out-of-control itself. At this moment, Li Changsheng still did not care about all this. He saw it. He saw the opponent's demon core. He saw the heart core, and so did the brain core. He wanted to pierce through this demon's heart core and brain core. Once the heart core and brain core were destroyed, this demon would no longer be a threat. Although he himself was about to be corroded into a skeleton, he did not care. He was not going to die immediately. He had successfully achieved Tao. He did not need to care about anything else. I still have one more sword. Old man Li laughed loudly. Yes, he still had one more sword. The longevity swordsman was famous for his longevity sword. However, he still had the stronger life sword. After the life sword, there was still one more sword. That day at the king's battleground, Li Chongqing, Tian Mu, and Wu Quishan used this sword at the same time. A combat technique created by a rank 8 martial artist. Demonic martial sword. It was extremely similar to the human's bloodsaber technique. It was more domineering and more terrifying. However, the toll was also great. That time, if the three of them did not have Fong Ping's help, it would be difficult for them to recover. Today, at this point, why would he care about that? At this moment, the broken flesh on his body was instantly integrated into the Sky Destroyer. Not only that, Old Man Li laughed loudly. I'll let you have a taste of something even more powerful. Bang! At this moment, only his head, neck, and right arm were left of his golden body. The other parts had all exploded. The exploded golden body was integrated into the Sky Destroyer once again. The Sky Destroyer exploded with a blinding light, sweeping away the surrounding seawater. In the face of a life and death crisis, the octopus seemed to have sobered up a little. At this moment, it roared furiously, "Get lost, bug! Get lost!" It was a little scared. Demonic martial sword. With a loud roar, the heavens and the earth changed color. The seawater retreated directly, revealing a vacuum. The void was blasted by the sword chi, creating a long crack. Old Man Li was only left with his head and right arm. Holding the sword, he went straight for the brain nucleus. He wanted to smash this bastard's brain nucleus. At this moment, the remaining tentacles of the octopus went berserk one after another, charging toward him. Bang! The moment the tentacles touched the sword chi, they exploded immediately. However, some of the tentacles avoided the Sky Destroyer and went straight for Old Man Li's head. However, Old Man Li still did not care. To fight for life and death, only attack and no defense. Let's see who was faster, who was lucky. Splat! The tentacles pierced through his head. Old Man Li's eyes dimmed instantly. However, at this moment his longsword also hit the crystal-like brain nucleus. Crack! The brain nucleus cracked. The cracking sound was endless. Time seemed to have stopped. The next moment, a loud bang was heard, followed by the sound of an explosion. The brain nucleus was completely shattered. The octopus fell into silence. The tentacles that pierced through Old Man Li gradually softened, sliding down from his head. Old Man Li's 7 orifices were bleeding. There was a big hole in the center of his forehead, but he was laughing softly. No one knew where the laughter came from. "You lost!" Old Man Li laughed suddenly. Then his head flew down, biting and devouring the octopus's flesh. His flesh was recovering. Gradually, his left arm grew, then his sternum, then his lower body. His aura was getting stronger and stronger. The giant octopus was bitten by him until its flesh and blood flew everywhere. As for the octopus whose mentality was destroyed, although it was not dead yet, it had completely fallen into stillness. After a while, Old Man Li's golden body recovered. His aura was getting stronger and stronger. "Today, I'll slay a god and prove my Tao." A long howl resounded in all directions. Old Man Li struck with his sword, smashing the giant heart nucleus into pieces directly. The heart nucleus and brain nucleus were smashed at the same time. To a demon, this was fatal. Rumble. Today, the first fallen paragon had appeared. It was not on Fong Ping's side, nor was it on Wu Quishan's side. On the Forbidden Sea, the longevity swordsman killed a venerable demon as a rank 9. The great Tao collapsed. The sky was torn apart. At the same time, in the sky, a brand new great Tao appeared again. Li Chongqing's Tao. The great Tao stretched, reaching 999 meters in an instant. 1,000 meters was right in front of him. At this moment, a voice was heard. The path of extreme Tao is not a good path. Once you enter extreme Tao, you will never regret it for the rest of your life. The four emperors have no choice but to reincarnate. Before the voice faded, Old Man Li did not even look over there. He soared into the sky and took a step. Good path, bad path? The path that could kill the enemy was a good path. Extreme Tao. If he really had the strength of an extreme Tao heavenly emperor, would he still care about those? What a joke. Rumble. With this step, 1,000 meters of great Tao was formed. Between heaven and earth, a blood sun appeared that was caused by a powerful vitality. At this moment, mentality swept over from all directions. Someone said in shock, Vitality Tao? No, physique Tao. It doesn't look like it. It should be extreme Tao too. This person has proven his Tao with extreme Tao. Who is he? Human Li Changsheng. Longevity swordsman Li Changsheng. Mentor of the human king. At this moment, Old Man Li's vitality was transforming. His physique was transforming. His eyes were like a furnace, shining with divine light. He looked in all directions and shouted coldly, Humans may be weak, but we will never regret 100 battles. I, Li Changsheng, am not talented, but I am willing to use this life to pave the way for humans. Being enemies with humans, I will cut off your path to longevity. A cold shout echoed in all directions. In the next moment, Li Changsheng, who was still transforming, did not even look back. He broke through the air and charged toward the 6 southern regions. Fight them until the sky and earth were turned upside down. Kill them until the universe was clear. A blood-red mark ran through 1,000 miles of road. Li Changsheng, who was still transforming, did not care whether his realm was stable or not. The enemy's blood was the foundation of forging Tao. At this moment, in the dark, the person who spoke earlier sighed softly. The others did not notice his presence. Beside him, Qin Fengqing's eyes flickered. Hong Yu said lightly, Humans are in danger. Aren't you going to fight? Qin Fengqing paused. After a while, he said, He will win. I'm too weak. Can Fangping win? Hong Yu smiled faintly. 5 saints are killing him from 10,000 miles away. The God Creation Envoy's avatar is strong, but it won't last long. Once its power is exhausted, the avatar will dissipate, and he will die for sure. Are you willing to attack, Senior? I can't attack. If I attack, I will be provoking a strong enemy. These people will not kill Fangping for no reason. Even Senior is not willing to provoke them. I am no match for them. Not fighting anymore? Fight, Qin Fengqing said in a low voice, but now is not the time. I have yet to achieve Tao. Killing a few rank 9s is useless. Up to you. Hong Yu laughed, saying lightly, I have found the location of the fake sky grave. I want to go in and take a look. Do you want to go? Qin Fengqing pondered for a moment, shaking his head. I'm not going. Thank you for your guidance these days, Senior. Where are you going then? To the place where I should go. Qin Fengqing bowed slightly, turning his head to look at the catacombs. His gaze was complicated. Very quickly, he collected his emotions and flew away. Today, he was not qualified to participate in a war like this. The war in the catacombs would be won by humans. At this moment, on the other side of the Forbidden Sea, Fangping laughed out loud. The 3 realms are vast, but the humans rule. The longevity swordsman has achieved the pinnacle of Tao, slaying gods and proving Tao. The humans are invincible. Who can defeat them? At this moment, Fangping's aura was soaring. With a slash of his saber, he shattered the void and charged toward Tiangui. So what if you're a saint? I have the humans as my foundation. I don't lack the courage to fight. Trash. How can you be called a saint? Tiangui's expression was cold. His body was like a dragon, twisting the void. In the blink of an eye, he appeared behind Fangping and struck with his palm. Fangping defended with his saber on his back. While defending, he kicked sideways. He was still attacking. Creak! The god-slaying saber was hit until sparks flew in all directions. Fong Ping kicked out, but it was as if he had kicked a mountain. Tian Gui's other hand grabbed his leg directly. With a cold snort, he crushed Fong Ping's left leg. He had the ability to kill Fong Ping in seconds. Even if Fong Ping was slightly stronger than before, even possessing Emperor-level combat strength. However, a saint was in existence that worshipped heavenly kings. Fong Ping only possessed some Emperor-level combat strength. How could he be Tian Gui's opponent? Fong Ping did not get entangled. His left leg was instantly severed by himself, and he escaped from Tian Gui's killing range, escaping again. Small fry, Tian Gui said coldly. Where can you run to? What can one more true god change? Trash. A saint has yet to succeed in killing me. Ha! Fong Ping laughed out loud. He did not know why he was laughing. He laughed so hard that tears were forming. Do you know, you'll become the laughingstock of the three realms if you die? Because you'll never know how useless you are. Tian Gui snorted coldly. He did not understand what was going on. Yes, he did not manage to kill Fong Ping quickly. However, it was not that easy for a saint to kill an emperor. Was this considered a laughingstock? He had just recovered. Fong Ping was cunning and was a human king with emperor-level combat strength. It was not a big deal that he could not kill him easily, right? If he really killed Fong Ping in 2 or 3 moves, it would make human kings seem worthless. Was this considered a laughingstock? Tian Gui did not understand, but Fong Ping laughed loudly, becoming more and more ostentatious and savage. Trash. Tian Gui was trash. Saint. Rank 9. A world of difference. You actually haven't killed me yet. You're trash. Even if you die, you'll still be trash. You'll all be a laughingstock. At this moment, Fong Ping restrained his aura, but the source world was shaking. Countless people were breaking through realms. Especially the moment Old Man Li broke through, Fong Ping's Tao expanded rapidly. In the blink of an eye, it reached a limit. 999 meters. Infinitely close to 1,000 meters. At this moment, Fong Ping's voice was like a great bell, spreading everywhere, echoing continuously. Is there anyone else who can prove their Tao? Is there anyone else who can lend me a helping hand? After this war, the humans will be invincible in the 3 realms. If we meet gods, we'll kill them. If we meet Buddhas, we'll kill Buddhas. His voice reverberated, spreading everywhere. Nearby, in the 6 southern regions and 8 southern regions, the humans who were still fighting were all roaring. There was someone else who could help a human king. 6 southern regions. Tian Mu roared. I'm coming. He who had absorbed King Pine's Tao had improved rapidly, but he had not proved his Tao. It was not that he could not, but he wanted to familiarize himself more, to become a true paragon, not a fake paragon. However, at this moment, who cared? Even if I become King Pine, I'm still the King Pine of the humans. Tian Mu roared, stepping into the air. In the air, a Tao appeared, and on the Tao, there seemed to be a figure. It was King Pine. The King Pine, who was hooked to death by the Ash Cat. King Pine seemed to be sneering, as if he was watching a show, but Tian Mu laughed and said, So what if you continue to pester me? Using your Tao to kill the people of your catacombs, it's even better. Break! An angry roar resounded in all directions. With a rumble, energy gathered within a radius of 100 miles. Tian Mu had not completely achieved his Tao, but at this moment, a big saber swept in all directions. In front of him, many rank 9s who were fighting in the catacombs were sliced into pieces by this saber. I'll go help Wu Quishan. MCMU kill. Charge into the Forbidden Zone. Flatten Mount Yuhai. Kill. Battle cries pierce the sky. Charge into the Forbidden Zone. Today, revenge for 100 years of blood feud. Ha! At the same time, between heaven and earth, only Fong Ping's laughter seemed to be left. Laughter that chilled people's hearts. Laughter that made people tremble. Demonic. The laughter continued to spread, spreading further and further. At this moment, heaven and earth seemed to have darkened, trembling. Today, I, Fong Ping, have achieved Tao's paragon. A voice that caused one's heart to tremble rang out. At this moment, The entire world fell silent. What was he saying? Chapter 1156. What is he talking about? What absolute peak? At this moment, countless people in all directions were stupefied and shocked. What does that mean? What was Fong Ping, who had clearly become an emperor, saying? On a celestial island overseas. The look in Daoist Fengyun's eyes was frighteningly complex. Daoist Fengyun seemed to be in a daze. He shook his head and sighed. I was right. I had guessed the most inconceivable scene. Fong Ping, human king scary. When he said the word terrifying, he smiled with a complicated look in his eyes. He took a step into the air and shattered the void. It was time for him to buy his life. King's room. Yue was stunned at first. Then, she looked at Ling Xiao and asked, he advanced from double 9? Yes. If he enters rank 9, how's his combat strength? He once killed real God Pali. When you first entered level 9? Yes. Sage Yue was silent for a moment before saying slowly, did your chi blood change after entering the 9th rank? It seems like it. Yue fell silent once more, and then she sighed lightly. Kill or keep him alive? Ling Xiao seemed to have understood, and a complicated expression appeared on her face. The 3 realms is about to fall into chaos. Yue stared at the forbidden sea. She took a step in the air, and also shattered the void. The battle today had already surpassed her expectations. It was likely that it would be difficult to calm things down just like this. At this moment, experts from all directions broke through the void and came over. The absolute peak of Tao corroboration. It was just a few words, but the significance was too great. Meanwhile, above the forbidden sea, heaven and earth changed color. Fong Ping's aura erupted. His golden body flickered. It was even faintly translucent. At this moment, he no longer concealed his aura. Proving one's Tao was something the heavens and earth had to bear witness to. Now that he no longer concealed his aura was completely exposed. Rank 9? Yes, only rank 9. Even if Fong Ping's mentality was strong, his vitality was strong, and his origin was also strong, no one would find it inappropriate to say that he was an overlord. But the 9th rank was the 9th rank. The crux of the matter was none other than the origin Tao. Fong Ping's path was not long enough. The origin aura that he was exhibiting now was still slightly different from the peak. A kilometer was a qualitative change. There was still a gap between a rank 9 and a paragon. Impossible. Tiangue was dumbfounded. It was not just him. At this time, the battles in other places had also stopped. Everyone was looking at Fong Ping, who was high up in the sky, including the 3 clones of the God-crafting envoy. Unbelievable. What was this? Rank 9. A martial artist who had fought with a saint for half a day was now telling others that he was not a true god, but only a rank 9. Now he was going to become a true god. How ridiculous. Impossible. Tiangue didn't believe it, nor did he dare to believe it. How could this be possible? Rank 9. Trash laughingstock. He, an ancient sage, had fought with a level 9 martial artist for a long time, but he had not been able to kill him. Instead, he had allowed his opponent to prove his way. The news had already spread out. If Fong Ping did not die today, Tiangue's name would go down in history. Infamy. He had completely disgraced the saints. No! Kill him. Kill him. Tiangue was filled with disbelief, fear, jealousy, resentment at this moment. The sage's inner demons had really erupted. Why? A person who had been cultivating for 3 years and possessed emperor-level combat strength as a rank 9. If there was a qualitative change, would he not have the combat strength of a saint? No way. I can't accept this. How many years had these people cultivated for? How many hardships had they gone through? There was even a crisis of world destruction. And it was not the first time. It was not easy to recover. Today, a young man in his early 20s had destroyed all his hopes and enthusiasm. This was not fair. Kill him. When he saw a Tao appearing in the sky, it was not a Tao. It was as if he saw a universe descending. He was terrified and fearful. Kill him. Fong Ping was proving his way. He had to kill Fong Ping now. Sky speed. Sky sword. Tian Gui roared. Not only did he shout at the few people nearby, but at this moment, the sage's power covered the sky. Zhou Sheng. Wu Ming. Come back quickly. Don't care about Song Mao anymore. Yuan Gang Yue Kaidai. Tian Gui roared. He's only a true god. He's only a true god. He was reminding everyone. Fong Ping was only a true god. After proving his way, what kind of strength would Fong Ping have? Was it to kill or to invest? With Fong Ping's domineering personality, was it really appropriate to invest in Ping? In the three realms, especially these people, they had all become saints. Did they really not covet the final Tao? It was impossible. Everyone wanted to be the strongest person in the three realms. And now, this person seemed to be appearing, even if there were still those heavenly kings around. Not only was he roaring, but Tian Gui was also going crazy. Fong Ping was proving his way. He no longer sealed the void. The sage token appeared in his hand, and the sage token instantly turned into a spear. On Tian Gui's body, a set of incomparably majestic battle armor also appeared. 36 Saints, the Celestial General. In the past, the Celestial Court's general led the entire Celestial Court army, suppressed everywhere, and was the leader of the three realms martial arts. At this time, Tian Gui was truly one of the ancient 36 Saints. Not only him, Sky Speed, Sky Sword, and Sky Qiao also turned the Sage Token into a weapon in an instant, and battle armor appeared on their bodies. This was not the true Sage battle armor. The battle armor of the past had long been broken. This was willpower. In the past, a great war had also erupted in the celestial realm. When the 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors first unified the 3 realms, there were powerhouses who were unconvinced and had also conquered everywhere, including the beginning of martial arts. The appearance of battle armor meant that this war would not end without victory. Kill! Tian Gui's eyes were blood red. He would not let Fong Ping succeed in proving his way easily. At this moment, the powerhouses at the pinnacle of the 3 realms were shocked and stirred. Fong Ping, who slaughtered the emperors, was only rank 9. Fong Ping, who destroyed the divine sect, was only rank 9. In the direction of the 6 southern regions, Wu Quishan was excited, his eyes brimming with tears. Rank 9. At this moment, rank 9 was not a derogatory term. It was hope. It was a miracle. Yu Wuhua, Long Xian, and Jiao were all excited. Rank 9. What was this? The strongest rank 9 since ancient times? They did not know, but they knew that if Fong Ping succeeded in proving his way and underwent another qualitative change, he would definitely have the strength of a saint. It would not be that easy. Just as they were excited, at this moment, heaven and earth were torn apart. In that part of the world, someone tore the void and descended in an instant. Kill Fong Ping. A blood-red halberd went straight for Fong Ping. Someone could not sit still. It was too scary. Such a Fong Ping might cut off everyone's path. They could not tolerate it. Kill him. Just as Wu Quishan's expression changed, the void was torn apart again, and a white-haired powerhouse's golden body expanded, instantly growing to 1,000 meters. He said indifferently, "This old man is willing to lend human king a hand." Taoist Fengyun's vitality was revealed, a saint. Under the angry gaze of the people in Tiangui City, the countless coffins behind Taoist Fengyun turned into a solid body. At this moment, countless silhouettes merged into his body. Taoist Fengyun's vitality became even stronger. From a novice saint, he became a powerhouse among saints in the blink of an eye. He reached out with one hand, grabbed Blood Halberd, and said lightly, "Heavenly Court Military Governor, I didn't expect you to still be alive." The person who came was wearing golden battle armor, very similar to Di Hao who appeared in the King battlefield. At this moment, his voice was like a great bell. "Feng Yun, although you have become a saint, have you thought it through? Are you going to stop me? What can you do?" A jade coffin appeared in Taoist Feng Yun's hand, saying with compassion, "This coffin was made for you. In the past, I buried your flesh and blood. Thinking that you were dead and gone, I didn't expect you to still be alive. Today, I will bury you, ashes to ashes, dust to dust." As soon as he finished speaking, a jade coffin descended from the sky, covering the owner of Blood Halberd instantly. Stubborn fool! The Heavenly Court military governor of the past let out a cold humph. Fong Ping must die. A long halberd pierced through the void. There was a clang. The long halberd and the jade coffin collided. A lotus flower bloomed near the long halberd and the jade coffin. It was dark and deep, and in the blink of an eye, 5 petals bloomed. After a while, the 6th petal slowly bloomed. Broken 6. Both of them joined forces and attacked at the standard of a broken 6. About 5 million damage. 2 powerhouses with a combat strength of 4 million calories did not mean that they could attack with an effect of 8 million calories. Maybe not even 5 million. However, at this moment, both of them attacked at the level of a heavenly king. This was also the standard of the 3 great protectors and the second king. If they joined forces, they could attack at the level of a heavenly king and pose a threat to a heavenly king. Although both of them were not as good as them, they were already advancing toward that realm. At this moment, the void was torn apart again. An illusory figure attacked Fong Ping directly, his chi restrained. "Why do you have to ruin someone's Tao?" At the same time, a chuckle was heard. Saint Yue stepped on the air and said with a faint smile, "Let's learn from each other. After all, the Wanwu lineage has some connections with humans." "Yue, you're playing with fire." The newcomer's voice was low. This was playing with fire. Fong Ping had successfully proven his Tao. Once he became a saint, the 3 realms would be in great trouble. "You guys worry too much." Saint Yue smiled faintly. Her lily-white hand slapped out. The void was like colored glass, easily penetrated by her. The illusory figure let out a cold humph. Both of them disappeared in the blink of an eye. At this moment, Tian Gui was also trying his best to kill Fong Ping, stopping him from proving his Tao. As for Fong Ping, he looked on coldly from the sidelines. Even when the 2 saints attacked earlier, he was not moved. At this moment, he was transforming. He knew that if he exposed himself now, someone would definitely attack. He was too much of a threat. Even he felt that he was too much of a threat. 3 years after proving his Tao, he might have the combat strength of a saint. There were people like this in the catacombs. There were people like this in other forces. Fong Ping could not sleep and eat in peace. However, now that things had come to this, he had to show it even if he did not want to. In the void, it did not seem like a Tao. It was a world, vast and boundless. Everyone else had a 1,000-meter Tao. Fong Ping seemed to have a 1,000-meter Tao too. However, this 1,000-meter Tao was different from the others. At this moment, everyone could see it more and more clearly. Fong Ping's speed of proving his Tao seemed to be very slow. His Tao was slowly spreading, slowly solidifying. On the Tao, there was a figure. On the Tao, there was a city. That was the source world. In the source world, there were projections of other people too. However, there was almost nothing that attracted attention. However, on Fong Ping's side, there was a vague appearance of a city. At this moment, it was as if a world had descended into the catacombs, into the forbidden sea. Fong Ping moved his body quickly. 1,000 meters in a step. His speed was extremely fast. He avoided Tian Gui's attacks a few times. His eyes were cold, and he did not fight back. "Tian Gui, I've said it before. You're the biggest joke. The biggest joke in the 3 realms. You killed a rank 9 of mine, and you actually failed. Are you worthy of being called a saint?" Fong Ping sneered. He looked at the others, at the wind and clouds that came to help. He saw through the void and saw Yue who was fighting in the void. He chuckled. "I've said it before. After today, the human race will definitely rise in the 3 realms." "With just you alone?" Tian Gui roared in anger. "Where are they? Where were the 2 people who stopped the cat? Still not coming to help?" He alone might not be able to take down Fong Ping. Fong Ping was transforming rapidly. His aura was getting stronger and stronger. He could already break 5. His golden body was emitting a dazzling brilliance. His Tao was stabilizing. His vitality seemed to be changing qualitatively too. If this went on, Fong Ping would really become a saint. A saint killing a saint was too difficult. Where were they? At this moment, beside the cat, the two saints' expressions changed drastically. They wanted to go and help Tian Gui. However, the cat that was easy to talk to earlier had taken out his fishing rod. The fishing rod was held in the cat's claws. At this moment, a different aura was vaguely erupting. Although the cat was fat, it was moving at an odd speed. While holding the fishing rod and circling around the two saints, he muttered, "This cat wants to eat. I want to eat Emperor-grade big fish. I want to drink Emperor-grade beverages. I want to cover myself with Emperor-grade blankets. Big liar. I'm counting on you." As he spoke, this fat cat's speed was so fast that people could not see it clearly. It was still circling. However, as it circled, the two saints' expressions changed. What was the cat doing? It was casting a net. Yes, casting a net. The fishing line from before seemed to be infinitely long now. The cat was holding the fishing rod and casting a net. One of the saints let out a low growl and threw a punch. In the void, layers of fishnet-like silk lines suddenly appeared. Poof! The silk lines were too sharp. The saint's fist was cut into countless cracks in an instant. Golden blood dripped down and smashed into the sea, setting off a wave. The cat was still circling quickly, muttering, "Idiot!" Back then, this was used to catch the big fish, the sea guardian. "Too bad, meow. There's not enough line to trap that big fish. I can still trap you guys. Too bad you're not fish." Do you know what line this is? It's the Beast Emperor's tendons. The Beast Emperor became an emperor and shed its dragon body. This is made from its dragon body's tendons. It's amazing. Their expressions changed again and again. What? The Beast Emperor's tendons? At this moment, the old saint suddenly looked at the fishing rod in its claws and exclaimed, This is the Beast Emperor's staff?" The cat's fur bristled. It suddenly stopped moving and said angrily, "Nonsense. This is the God-restraining staff, and this cat's fishing rod." This cat picked it up, not the Beast Emperor's staff. Beast Emperor's staff. At this moment, the experts from all directions exclaimed again. Especially on Dragon Island, an incomparably huge golden dragon revealed its true body. It said anxiously, "Cat, this is the Beast Emperor's staff?" The old cat meowed, No. This is a fishing rod." "Sob sob, liar, they're bullying me." The cat was about to cry. "It's over. It's exposed." The Beast Emperor's staff was too important to the demon race, especially when the Beast Emperor's disciples were still around. This dragon seemed to be a descendant of the Beast Emperor. Did it forget? But no matter what, the other party might not let go of the Beast Emperor's staff. The cat cried out anxiously, "It's over." In order to trap these two saints, the Beast Emperor's staff was exposed. This cat's good days were over. This dragon would definitely snatch it away. And at this moment, in the void far away, a huge figure appeared. Fong Ping. Fong Ping also reflected the void, his projection coming over. He took a step in the air. Even if his real body was still being besieged at this moment, he was extremely domineering. He looked at the golden dragon and said calmly, "The Beast Emperor's Dragon Island is on good terms with the humans. Dragon Saint, even if the cat really obtained the Beast Emperor's staff, it was also its opportunity in the past. If the Beast Emperor is still here, it will be returned. The Beast Emperor is not here, and since the cat could obtain the ownerless item, it must be part of the Beast Emperor's plan. And now, if you want to snatch the treasure, I am not a threat. The Celestial Emperor and the Cat Protector of the Cat Palace have also awakened. There are also many powerhouses taking care of the cat, including the humans. Dragon Saint, think twice. Snatching the treasure is equivalent to becoming an enemy." The golden dragon also projected over, saying somewhat unwillingly, "The Beast Emperor's staff is the demon race's treasure. It was also forged by the Beast Emperor's ancestor with his real body. It is not a simple divine weapon. If the cat takes the other divine weapons, the demons will not care. But this item must be returned to the demons." Fong Ping said calmly, that can also be discussed after today, not now. Right now, the cat has trapped two saints. Once this item is snatched, it will be my life. At this juncture of life and death, I will not hesitate to fight. Now he could not let it snatch the treasure. Snatch the treasure, and the two saints escape. Fong Ping was in danger. At the same time, another saint transmitted his voice. Cosmic Dragon, if we don't snatch back the Beast Emperor's staff today, will Fong Ping still have a chance to prove his Tao? The Beast Emperor's staff is of great importance. The demons, are you willing to hand this item over to the cat? Although the Celestial Emperor is strong, the Celestial Emperor has already left the three realms for the ancestral tomb. Cosmic Dragon, this opportunity cannot be missed. It will not come again. Cosmic Dragon, Fong Ping is extremely greedy, and so is the cat. If we can't kill him in this battle, I'm afraid the Beast Emperor's staff will be lost forever. One by one, the powerhouses transmitted their voices, asking Cosmic Dragon to join the battle. Once it joined the battle, it would not be one saint, but three. The two trapped by the cat might be able to escape soon. The Golden Dragon was struggling. Before this, it had nothing to do with it. It didn't care who won. Dragon Island helped the humans. If the humans won, it would be fine. It did not participate if Tiange and the others won. They would not dare to do anything to the Beast Emperor bloodline. But now, the Beast Emperor's staff had appeared. It was struggling. The cat looked at Fong Ping pitifully. Should he return it? But it was almost out of divine weapons. The Sky Confining Bell and Sky Gong were thrown in the fake Sky Grave, so were the 9 Emperor Seals. The Sky Punisher was borrowed by Old Man Li. The God Slayer was given to Fong Ping, and the big pot for cooking was thrown into the fake Sky Grave. Some broken divine weapons were also thrown in. The Divine Emperor Ho was broken, and the stone tablet was also broken by Fong Ping. The divine weapons it picked up were really almost gone. The only thing that was not lost now was this fishing rod. If it was lost again, it would become a poor cat. Fong Ping did not give an inch. He could not give in. Whether it was 2 saints who escaped or 3 saints who participated in the battle, the difference was not big. If that was the case, then he could not return it. Not to mention that the owner of the Beast Emperor staff was not Cosmic Dragon. Even if it was, he could not return it now. If that was the case, the Earth Emperor's sword Moon Spirit should be given to King Kun. Cosmic Dragon Saint. It's just a broken divine weapon. Even if the Beast Emperor was alive and knew that it was taken away by the cat, he would not force it to return it. Today, Dragon Island's Long Xian helped us humans. Fong Ping appreciates it. If the saints make a move now, Fong Ping appreciates Dragon Island's kindness, but he will never let the Beast Emperor bloodline go. Fong Ping's expression was still calm, and his tone was not fierce. But his attitude was clear. He would never give up the Beast Emperor staff. At this moment, a golden dragon was also roaring. Dragon Xian. At this moment, the other party's mentality was also covering. Originally, it was difficult to cover the Forbidden Sea with mentality, but today many saints made a move. The sky and earth were turned upside down. The void was distorted. There was no obstacle to speak of. At this moment, Dragon Xian's voice was intermittent, but it was particularly clear. Saint, you must not take away the Beast Emperor staff now. If he took it back, Fong Ping would definitely become enemies with the Beast Emperor bloodline. Not only that, he would also completely offend the people behind the cat. Absolutely not. Cosmic Dragon sighed softly, his apparition gradually dissipating. Forget it. If he insisted on taking away the Beast Emperor staff now, he would really offend too many people. If he caused the human race to suffer a crushing defeat, the human powerhouses would never let him go. The people behind the cat were not to be trifled with. When the time came, even if the Beast Emperor returned, he would probably have a headache. Cosmic Dragon retreated. The cat also heaved a sigh of relief. It might not be afraid of a saint, but it was still their ancestors' item after all. The cat bandit was also a little embarrassed. Besides, he still had to help the swindler trap people now. If he ran away with the Beast Emperor's staff, these 2 saints would be free. Fong Ping's apparition looked at the cat, a smile on his face. Today, I will prove my Tao, and I will definitely become a saint. When I become an emperor, Fong Ping will definitely repay everything that Brother Cat has done these days. Meow. Emperor ink beef, fish, drinks. In the blink of an eye, the cat reported a series of items. Fong Ping laughed loudly, not responding. At this moment, heaven and earth roared. In the source world, a new star bloomed brightly. Although it was not as resplendent as those heavenly king stars, it still illuminated the universe. On the new star, Fong Ping's apparition projected, and an ancient giant-like apparition appeared instantly. The golden light in his eyes shone in all directions, illuminating the dark universe. At this moment, the entire source universe trembled. This new star was not big, but it overflowed with a faint golden glow, somewhat different from the others. In the sky above the forbidden sea, Fong Ping, who had been avoiding Tian Gui, stopped shining with golden light. Just as Tian Gui's spear was about to pierce him, Fong Ping's Saint Token turned into a glove, grabbing the long spear. The world was quiet. In the void, the projected universe disappeared. Fong Ping smiled faintly, looked at Tian Gui, and said word by word, how do you want to die? Tian Gui, who was initially anxious, suddenly calmed down at this moment. Wearing battle armor, he seemed to have recovered his heroic bearing. His tone was also very calm. Even if you have successfully proved your Tao and have the combat strength of a saint, if you want to kill me, you are not qualified. Was a saint strong? Very strong. But so was he. And an ancient saint. What right did Fong Ping have to kill him? In today's battle, Fong Ping had not gained the upper hand yet. The God Creation Envoy's 3 avatars were already showing signs of collapsing. Once they collapsed, the 4 saints would join forces, and the Heavenly Court's 4 major war generals would join forces again. What right did Fong Ping have to resist? He still had a chance to kill Fong Ping. Why? Because I am Fong Ping. Human King Fong Ping. At this moment, Fong Ping made a domineering declaration. Because he was invincible among those of the same rank, killing countless of those of the same rank. Chapter 1157. Human King Fong Ping. Like a declaration, it resounded throughout the 3 realms. Fong Ping had officially stepped onto the stage. He no longer needed those conspiracies, no need to kill others with a borrowed knife, no need to pretend and deceive others. He was a human king. When it was time to bow down, he would bow down. When it was time to lie low, it was not like he had never been someone's grandson before. He had been someone's son and grandson. Therefore, 3 years later, Fong Ping had the combat strength of a saint. Today, he did not need it, at least not now. He had achieved Tao. Holding the spear transformed from Tian Gui's Saint Token, Fong Ping's body shook. The void shattered. Vitality rushed to the sky. He did not hide his aura. At this moment, he was so domineering. Today, I'm going to beat you to death. Fong Ping grinned. Beat you to death? I hope you can hold on for a little longer. In the next moment, everyone understood what he meant by beat him to death. Fong Ping's speed skyrocketed. Both of them were originally close. At this moment, Fong Ping approached in an instant. Boom! Punch! Tian Gui retracted his fist to block. An explosion sounded. The void rift cut both of them. Fong Ping did not move an inch. Tian Gui's body trembled slightly. Kick! His leg was like a holy weapon. With a kick, the void under Fong Ping's feet shattered. Penetrating the void, Tian Gui lifted his leg and kicked back. Fong Ping still did not move. Tian Gui trembled again, his expression changing. I've advanced double 9s, peak golden body 9 refinements, withstood a saint's vitality. My golden body is impregnable. What do you have to compete with me? Fong Ping's voice was as calm as water. I have the combat strength of a saint. If you can't kill me, then you're dead. Today, I said I'm going to beat you to death. I'll definitely beat you to death. Fong Ping grabbed one of his arms with one hand. Tian Gui roared. His mentality was like a knife, attacking Fong Ping instantly. A saint's mentality was very strong. However, at this moment, Fong Ping took advantage of the situation. The long saber transformed from mentality fell into the source world in the blink of an eye, rampaging in the source world. However, it was useless. How strong was Fong Ping's source world? His source world consumed more origin energy than a heavenly king. How could it be easily destroyed by Tian Gui? Taking advantage of the moment when Tian Gui used his mentality to attack him, Fong Ping's palm turned into an eagle claw. Tian Gui's left arm was torn. So what if your golden body is powerful? Tian Gui roared. You're underestimating me too much. Quake! Tian Gui's arm trembled like a loach, slipping away from Fong Ping's grasp in the blink of an eye. Not only that, Tian Gui's attack was ruthless. His fingers flexed and extended, aiming for Fong Ping's eyeballs. Fong Ping closed his eyes. There was a rumble. Flames shot out from his eyes. Fong Ping opened his eyes. The divine light in his eyes was like a sword, shooting straight at Tian Gui. Tian Gui snorted coldly. His spear-wielding hand was entangled with Fong Ping's other hand. He could not evade, nor did he want to evade. A beam of golden light shot out of his mouth, shattering Fong Ping's golden light. However, at this moment, after the golden light, Fong Ping spat out a blood-red Changdao from his mouth. Blood arrow. Fong Ping inhaled and exhaled between heaven and earth. He did not need to absorb energy, nor did he need to convert vitality. At this moment, his own consumption was endless. Tian Gui almost did not feel anything. Fong Ping continued to unleash outbursts. He had just broken through the divine light in Fong Ping's eyes when the next moment, the crimson saber came charging at him. Puff! This slash was fast, accurate, and ruthless. The crimson saber seemed to be performing martial arts, ever-changing. God-slaying saber technique. Tian Gui could not avoid it. With a splat, Fong Ping's crimson saber slashed through his right eye. A muffled groan was heard. Even martial artists, even saints, did not mean that they did not know pain. After all, the eye was a weak point. After being smashed by Fong Ping, Tian Gui looked pained. Very strong. Tian Gui shouldn't have fought him in close combat. The king's golden body is stronger than Tian Gui's. This is a big taboo in close combat. At this moment, a few saints gathered at a place tens of thousands of miles away from them. Yuan Gang under the Emperor, Long Yu, the descendant of the Beast Emperor, Kai Dai under the Spirit Emperor, East Emperor, South Emperor. These saints did not participate in the battle, but they did not continue to stay at their original places. At this moment, seeing Fong Ping and Tian Gui fighting, someone started talking. The king has advanced to the 9 refinement golden body. I think it even has the tendency to transform into jade bones. Although Tian Gui has also forged the 9 refinement golden body later, the nature is different. In close combat, Tian Gui's advantage can't be unleashed. Tian Gui was also an ancient saint. He was not that weak. However, Fong Ping grabbed the saint order, and he was unwilling to give it up. At this moment, he could only fight Fong Ping in close combat. In this way, Fong Ping, who had a strong physique, actually gained the upper hand in an instant and smashed one of his eyes. Yuan Gang nodded and said, "Right now, the king's weakness is that he has just advanced and has not completely stabilized his realm. He does not have enough control over his strength. In close combat, however, he can unleash his advantage to the best. Tian Gui should give up the saint order and choose to fight." Fight? Kai Dai sneered. The king has unlimited recovery. The more he fights, the stronger he gets. His control over his strength will become higher and higher. If he continues to fight, Tian Gui will definitely die. That's not necessarily true. Those 3 guys who suddenly appeared might be clones. They're about to overflow. As long as Tian Gui drags it out, the 4 saints will join forces and Fong Ping won't stand a chance. The few saints analyzed. At this time, Long Yu looked at them and said in a low voice, "Are you guys just going to watch?" Yuan Gang laughed. "What else can we do? Join the battle? It's already chaotic enough. If we join the battle, we might be each other's opponents." Everyone, Who will help Fong Ping and who will help Tian Gui? This was something that could not be explained clearly. Feng Yun and Yu Wei helped Fong Ping one after another. This was because Fong Ping now really had value as an investment. Great value. The combat strength of a saint. The human race was getting stronger and stronger, suppressing Heavenly King, Martial King, Fong Ping. Not only that, the others were also rising rapidly. At the moment when Fong Ping proved his Tao, in other outer regions, countless people broke through and killed the Catacombs army until they kept retreating. Corpses were everywhere. Cruel. One powerhouse after another broke through in battle. Even the saints were shocked at this moment. Moreover, they felt something. Yuan Gang's expression changed for a while. He said slowly, "King advancement. The human race is getting stronger." Just this sentence made the few saints suffocate. They were really suffocating. What was this? They thought of something, especially Long Yu. The Beast Emperor had advanced using this Tao. At this moment, Long Yu turned into a human, his face pale. The Emperor Tao? The real Emperor Tao? If that was the case, Fong Ping was even more terrifying. If he did not die, the human race would become stronger and stronger. And when the human race became stronger, it would also feed back to him. He would also become stronger and stronger. Everyone was silent. For a moment, they fell into deep thought. Their gazes and expressions were complicated. At the moment when the three realms were recovering, such a monster actually appeared. It did not feel good. Far away, Sky Sword, who was fighting with a god creation envoy avatar, roared, "Tian, give up the Saint Order and fight. Bastard, are you trying to kill all of us?" He was about to explode with anger. Fong Ping clearly did not have enough control of his strength, but he grabbed Tian Gui's Saint Order. At this moment, Tian Gui was actually fighting him in close combat. Ancient martial artists might not be good at close combat. Against Fong Ping, who had a strong physique, close combat was not a good choice. Give up the Saint Order. Entangle Fong Ping. When they were released, they would join forces to kill Fong Ping. Tian Gui was not satisfied. However, he could not take back his Saint Order. At this moment, it was grabbed by Fong Ping. Fong Ping seemed to be refining his Saint Order by force. At this moment, if he let go, maybe the Saint Order would be completely lost. However, when he thought that his golden body was not as strong as the other party, Tian Gui was so aggrieved that he wanted to explode. At this moment, he had no choice but to give up the Saint Order. If this went on, his golden body would be destroyed by Fong Ping. Fong Ping. He was just about to shout when Fong Ping swallowed a blood saber. Tian Gui's expression changed slightly, and he also spat out a mouthful of origin chi. He did not expect that Fong Ping's mind was not there. His body was like a dragon, his left hand holding the long spear transformed from the Saint Order, his right hand hooked back, hooking around his neck. Tian Gui's origin chi hit Fong Ping. Fong Ping's face paled slightly, but he recovered instantly. He sneered, "Want to leave? Then leave your golden body behind." After saying that, Fong Ping's eyes revealed an extremely ferocious look. Boom! Fong Ping head-butted over. Tian Gui dodged and was hit in the shoulder by Fong Ping. With a loud bang, flesh and blood flew from his shoulder. Fong Ping's head was stained with flesh and blood. He grinned and said, "When I was in rank 1, a classmate, a girl, used her head to hit a prodigy and made him admit defeat. Today, I, Fong Ping, will try too." During the first National Martial Arts University Championship, a few girls displayed the heroism of female martial artists. At this moment, Fong Ping thought of Yang Xiaoman, the classmate who did not get along with him. During the National Martial Arts University Championship, this woman headbutted Han Su and made him admit defeat. That was Han Su. Back then, Fong Ping was even more famous. Thrice-honed, CCMU's captain, Gaokao champion. In the end, he was head-butted by Yang Xiaoman. In the end, both of them were injured. Helplessly, he fought Yang Xiaoman to a draw. At this moment, Fong Ping's lips curled into a smile. He suddenly thought of his classmates. He thought of Zhao Xuemei, the MCMEU member with the least talent and the weakest ability. However, it was Zhao Xuemei, the weakest student, who defeated the CCMU member at that time. Yang Xiaoman, the hot-tempered woman, also fought with the demeanor of an MCMU member and a female martial artist. On the other hand, Fang Ping was criticized a lot. Although he won in a scoundrel way. Bang! Fang Ping collided again. Once, twice, Tian Gui roared and punched Fang Ping's head. Fang Ping grabbed his neck and used all his strength, squeezing until the bones in his neck cracked. Vitality shot up to the sky in his head, and his head collided with Tian Gui's fist. Boom! Golden blood flowed out of Fang Ping's head, covering his face. As for Tian Gui, the bones in his hand were broken, and his neck exploded. It was too brutal. At the stage of a saint, it was rare to see a hand-to-hand fight like this. What I'm best at is hand-to-hand combat. Fang Ping grinned. I'm not afraid of my enemies being more ruthless than me, because I'll always be more ruthless than them. Tian Gui, give up your golden body. I'll let your mentality escape. Bastard. Tian Gui was furious. Give up his golden body? Impossible. At his stage, the golden body was incomparably powerful and important. He had just awakened, and his golden body had just recovered. He had consumed a lot of treasures to forge this golden body. If he gave it up, his ability would be greatly reduced, and it would be difficult to gather so many treasures to recover. How could he give it up? Fang Ping saw this and laughed. You're too weak. Your golden body is so fragile. Then I'll just ram you to death today. At this moment, among the three clones, the powerhouse holding the staff suddenly roared, Brat, I can't hold on any longer. Me too. Me too. The three clones were almost at their limit. After all, clones were just clones. How could they really fight with a saint to the end? Fang Ping looked at Tian Gui, then at the other three who were glaring at him like tigers watching their prey. He sighed suddenly. If that's the case, I might not make it in time to ram you to death. Tian Gui snorted coldly. Fang Ping laughed. Since you're in a hurry to die, I'll fulfill your wish. At this moment, everyone saw a scene. In front of Fang Ping, a turbid void appeared, as if the world had descended. At the same time, Tian Gui let out a roar, as if he had thought of something. His right arm exploded, shooting out explosively, trying to escape, severing Dao. He had almost forgotten about it. Escape? Fang Ping was like a demon god. With one step, the world descended. For a moment, even Tian Gui could not distinguish between reality and origin. Fang Ping stepped into his origin world, forcefully stepping in. Fang Ping's origin world was not big, but it had the embryonic form of a world bright. Tian Gui's world was still dark and boundless. At this moment, the world behind Fang Ping lit up the void. As for Fang Ping himself, he appeared in Tian Gui's world, holding the god-slaying saber. As soon as the Changdao was unleashed, this time, a giant dragon roared, completely different from before. God severing Dao. Severing Dao. There was a rumble. Tian Gui's figure flickered, appearing in front of Dao in an instant. With a roar, he blocked Fang Ping's Changdao. However, his figure trembled, looking at the world behind him, cursing. Fang Ping had just achieved Dao. Why was the origin world so sturdy? Also, how did he manage to break through his origin by force? I wanted to play with you, beat you to death, and shock the three realms. Since you're so eager to die, I'll send you to hell. Fang Ping was indifferent. Holding the god-slaying saber, he slashed down again. Seeing this, Tian Gui gritted his teeth and roared suddenly. The Dao behind him, which was close to 100,000 meters long, was uprooted, turning into a spear, attacking Fang Ping instantly. Fang Ping was stunned. Could it be played like this? There was a rumble. The spear and the god-slaying saber collided. Fang Ping flew backward, the origin chi in his mouth spilling out continuously. Tian Gui's hair was disheveled, his eyes blood-red. This was something that destroyed his foundation, but he had no choice. Fang Ping, who held a divine weapon, had too much of an advantage in origin Dao. You're not a saint after all. Tian Gui was indifferent. How would you know a saint's divine power? This is interesting. Fong Ping inhaled a large amount of origin chi in an instant. Under Tian Gei's jealous gaze, he recovered instantly and laughed. You're very strong, but you still have to die. The stronger you are, the better. After I kill you, let's see who in the 3 realms dares to be my enemy. Dragon transformation. Fong Ping let out a low growl. In the void, the long dragon formed by the origin chi instantly appeared in countless lines. Tian Gei was dying of jealousy. He lacked origin chi. He, who had just recovered, had not even fully recovered his origin yet. Fong Ping, on the other hand, shouted dragon transformation, and at least tens of thousands of clouds origin chi turned into a long dragon, forming a Changdao, integrated into the god-slaying saber, and attacked him again. The battle of origin was frightening at every step. Tian Gei turned his origin Dao into a weapon, colliding with the god-slaying saber continuously. Both sides had origin chi spilling out, but Tian Gei could not bear such a loss. If this went on, the Dao that he had just recovered might collapse. Fong Ping was also exhausted. However, at this moment, Fong Ping was doing 2 things at once. In the outside world, Fong Ping was refining Tian Gei's saint token. He wanted to refine another saint token, stabilize his origin world, and directly destroy Tian Gei's origin world. Fong Ping was fighting. In other places, there was also fighting. 6 southern regions. The morale of the magic martial army was high. At this moment, countless people became stronger and broke through realms. The magic martial army, which was initially suppressed, now had high morale. The entire void condensed into a vitality pillar. 10,000 people in one. Unity was a stronghold. Other than the day when they annihilated Skygate City, MCMU had a large-scale gathering of momentum. After that, it was almost non-existent. When people became stronger, their hearts became complicated. In addition, there were more people, and it was difficult to have the momentum of the past. But today, it had appeared again. Kill. In front, Guo Quan, Wang Qinghai, Chen Yaoding. These powerhouses roared one after another, pushing forward rapidly. Tang Feng, Lu Fengru, Chen Yinshi one by one. The high-ranked powerhouses looked determined. Kill into the restricted area. Retreat. Tianji heavily mandate military. Cover the rear. In the direction of Mount Imperial Sea, Ji Yao and the rest looked solemn. At this stage of the war, both sides had suffered countless casualties, but the humans were fighting more and more bravely. A large number of powerhouses were beginning to break through realms. If this continued, the elite armies of the 2 majestic courts would be wiped out here. Massacre Blood Sea. At this moment, Huayu, Ji Yao, these majestic court higher-ups all had ugly expressions. From the complete suppression in the past to the suppression of the majestic court's army now, they were no match for the other party. The majestic court had many powerhouses, but today, with a combat strength ratio of 3-to-1, from suppressing the humans until now, they were being killed by the other party. Huayu sighed. The situation is hopeless. Shut up, Ji Yao shouted coldly, shaking the army's morale. But at this moment she was also shaken, looking at the human powerhouses who were unafraid of death, and then looking at the majestic court's coalition forces whose strength was not weaker than the other party. Even if they were slightly stronger now, they were showing signs of collapsing. Ji Yao's heart was cold. The 6 southern regions was about to lose. What about her father's side? She looked in the direction of the Forbidden Sea, but she could not see that far. She did not know what was going on over there. The humans were getting stronger as they fought. Tian Mu had a breakthrough. 6 true gods against 5 paragons. Could they win? And where did that bastard King Huai go? Pingshan region. King Huai looked at King Pingshan and said again, Pingshan, let's fight deeper. You join the humans, and I will continue to mingle around. In the future, when we fight, we will each serve our own masters, and we will look after each other. King Pingshan snorted. King Huai said calmly, otherwise, if we are in the same camp, who will we fight against? Who can you kill? Kill Snake King? Kill Jiao? Mediocre killing power? Who doesn't have a backer? Do you? Do I? You and I are not as strong as the others. Once we fight, we will stay away from the center of the battle. This is the way to save our lives. You are too treacherous, King Pingshan said coldly. I am afraid that one day I will die because of your schemes, and I will continue to cultivate in seclusion. At this time, do you think you can still escape this vortex? King Huai said calmly, Impossible. If it was before, there would be a place for you in the three realms. But now there is no place. Grass that goes wherever you go, and you are not strong, so you will die the fastest. King Pingshan thought for a moment, and said after a while, Even so, we cannot join the humans. They will fight a bloody battle. If we are not careful, we will die. King Huai frowned and looked into the distance again. The momentum of the battle was not inferior to the battle at the battlefield that day. After all, there were not so many sages fighting that day. Moreover, the heavenly kings did not even make a move. I have to find a force to join. King Pingshan's eyes flashed. King Pingshan's eyes flickered as he said, Of course there is. I want to go to the Dragon Island to be a worshipper. Not too far, not too close, just right. King Huai looked at him and said after a while, You are not stupid. Go to Dragon Island. They were not too close to the humans. After all, Cosmic Dragon did not express his stance, but their relationship was not bad. Long Xian made a move. The humans were on good terms with Dragon Island, but they could not make Dragon Island listen to them. The other forces would not easily offend the Beast Emperor's bloodline. What about you? King Pingshan looked at him. This guy was extremely treacherous, and he did not want to stay with King Huai. I will stay in the Divine Continent. The palace masters of the Demon Emperor God dynasty have returned, and they will not die so easily. King Pingshan heaved a sigh of relief. It was fine as long as you did not go to Dragon Island with me. Then now, King Pingshan glanced at him, and King Huai nodded and said, Fight. You and I can't chat here, or else it will be hard to explain. This time, you can still do the humans a favor, and I will also complete the mission, so I will not be held responsible. Okay. The next moment, the two broke through the air, energy erupting, and the battle began. The momentum was so great that the catacombs shook. But it was useless to have a great momentum. The two true king powerhouses at this moment were fighting while staring into the distance, not paying too much attention to the battle. They just needed to deal with it. There was no need to fight each other to the death, and there was no benefit to speak of. Source World. The long spear in Tian Gui's hand dimmed a lot, but he smiled. The three avatars were about to completely collapse. He felt it. Fong Ping, you can't kill me, and you are going to die. 4 great saints, Fong Ping would die. Is that so? At this moment, the golden light illuminated the whole world, and in Fong Ping's source world, a big seal pressed down and stamped on it. Tian Gui token. This saint token was finally refined by Fong Ping. Tian Gui's expression changed. Fong Ping and the saint token were too compatible, so compatible, as if the saint token was originally Fong Ping's and not his. Suppress. Fong Ping roared, and 2 big seals appeared, directly pressing down on Tian Gui. Rumble. Tian Gui's source world collapsed again. Crash. Fong Ping's world rumbled and moved toward this side, directly crashing into this saint's source world. Slash. The god-slaying saber once again erupted with a dazzling light. With a slash, the god-slaying saber's illusion was everywhere. Fong Ping erupted. Tian Gui roared furiously. Want to kill me? Impossible. The long spear erupted, and a spear swept away a saint token. The long spear struck sideways, shattering the god-slaying saber's light. Tian Gui's body surged like a giant opening the sky and slammed his palm toward Fong Ping's source world, wanting to slap his world away. But 2 fists were no match for 4 hands. In the next moment, the second saint token smashed down. Rumble. Under the suppression, Tian Gui's movements stagnated, and the world crashed toward him. Bang! Tian Gui's source world trembled violently. The long spear in his hand cracked slightly. At this moment, Fong Ping disappeared. In the real world, Tian Gui's face was pale. Fong Ping's eyes were bright, erupting in an instant, breaking through the void, grabbing his left arm. With a roar, he tore his left arm apart. Fong Ping's figure suddenly became huge, his palms incomparably huge. As soon as he grabbed Tian Gui, he roared. On his palms, at this moment, endless imperishable substance was revealed. Destruction! Explode! Fong Ping was hysterical. He let out a roar. Crush you! Rumble! After all, this saint who had just awakened not long ago had a golden body that was not as strong as before. Under Fong Ping's internal and external attacks, he really could not hold on this time and was crushed. Damn it! In the void, Tian Gui, who looked like a real person, appeared, breaking through the air to escape. In the saint realm, his mentality was also extremely strong. His mentality avatar was not comparable to other peak level and emperor level. Even if it was mentality, he still had the power to fight. But with his golden body exploding, he did not want to fight Fong Ping to the death anymore. He wanted to wait for his avatar to collapse. Soon. You still want to run? Fong Ping sneered, once again breaking into the origin, slashing out instantly. It was nothing more than a price. The price to break through the saint's origin was really high. After one time, it consumed hundreds of millions of wealth points. But Fong Ping was rich and willful. The mentality avatar was slightly sluggish. Fong Ping caught up in an instant, slashing out again. Tian Gui roared in horror. With a ripping sound, the mentality avatar was cut in half. Burn! At this moment, Fong Ping let out a low roar. In the surrounding void, flames were born, burning the void. Mentality fire. It was very painful, but it did not hurt his foundation. Fong Ping, who could recover his mentality, found that this move was actually better than self-destructing his mentality. Ah! Tian Gui screamed, his mentality ignited. At this moment, the other saints saw this and panicked. The three avatars were about to collapse. At this moment, the three of them erupted, a few loud rumbles. The God Creation Envoy's three avatars completely dissipated. Save me! Tian Gui was overjoyed. It was finally here. Fong Ping was more difficult to deal with than he imagined. He had so many tricks that even he did not expect. Chapter 1158. Torrential rain fell. The source world shook slightly. A saint had fallen. The third saint had fallen this year. Sighs resounded throughout the world. Dead! 36 saints, ancient great saints, the generals and overlords of the heavenly court back then, died just like that a few days after their revival. Sky Speed and the other saints were stunned at this moment, their faces filled with sorrow. The fox mourned the death of the rabbit. A powerhouse who had worked with them in the ancient times was killed by a young man today. Zhang Tao had killed venerable Emperor Qing Jing before, but he was not an ancient saint after all. Moreover, Zhang Tao had taken the opportunity to directly become a heavenly king, so it was understandable that he had killed a saint. But today, Fong Ping had achieved the pinnacle of proving his Tao and killed a saint. TNA is dead, sighs came from afar. Yuan Gang, Kai Dai, Cosmic Dragon, these ancient saints, at this moment, all had complicated expressions. That was a powerhouse of the same rank. Not only was he of the same rank, but he was also an old acquaintance who had lived together since ancient times. He had been killed just like that. It was too tragic. It would have been better if he had died in the ancient battle. Spirit Emperor Dojo. At this moment, the Tao was also breaking and the blood cloud was covering. The powerhouses who were chasing Zhang Tao looked at the sky one after another. Some of them changed their expressions, some frowned, and some were surprised. Who died? A question rang out. After a moment, Tian Kue said in a complicated tone, Tiange had fallen. He was the leader of the 36 saints, the first saint. He had sensed Tiangui's death more or less. When this person had revived, he had not sensed much, but at this moment, when Tiangui had died, he had sensed it. Not only him, but the three great sect protectors had also sensed it. At this moment, the three great sect protectors had also shattered their masks, their expressions strange. The 36 saints might not be in the same group, but the 36 saints were also a group comparable to the 8 kings, a group that kept the 8 kings in check. Their role in the past was to distribute power to the 8 kings. And today a colleague had died. Who killed him? Someone murmured again. Who killed an ancient saint? What had happened in the outside world? Forget about the previous deaths. Now even the saint was dead, and the blood cloud had spread to Spirit Emperor Dojo. This was very terrifying. Tengu? Sherpa? Or who? Everyone looked at each other. At this moment, King Kuin said coldly, I'm afraid it's not them. This king seems to have sensed a disturbance in the origin just now. A new star has risen from the origin universe. It's very far away, so I can't sense it clearly. However, speaking up to this point, King Kuin paused for a moment before saying, he looks a bit like Zhang Tao. Everyone looked at each other, dumbfounded once again. What does that mean? Zhang Tao did not leave. At this moment, Zhang Tao was being chased by them. How could it be Zhang Tao? In the next moment, Li Zhu sighed and said, Human Emperor, the new human king, Fong Ping. I'm afraid it's Fong Ping who did it. As soon as these words came out, everyone was shocked. Impossible. Moon Spirit could not help but ask, Fong Ping? Which Fong Ping? The little guy from that day. Fong Ping had communicated with her the other day and even stated his conditions. He was indeed a rising star. However, that day, Fong Ping was not even a true god. You're telling me that he killed a saint? Even if you want to frame someone, this is not how you frame them, right? Yuling wasn't the only one who didn't believe it. The others were also skeptical. They would rather believe that Tian Gui himself had died of old age. Li Zhu said lightly, I'm just suspecting. However, the probability of it being Fong Ping is not small. Don't underestimate Fong Ping. Those who underestimate him are almost all dead. Having said that, his eyes flickered again. Whether it's Fong Ping or not, we can also verify it. The martial king is the human king. If the humans are strong, the martial king will have some feedback. If Fong Ping really wants to kill a saint, the human's power will definitely increase greatly. Just look at the martial king. While everyone was talking, at this moment, a figure broke through the air and came from afar. Zhang Tao's aura surged. He roared, Who dares to fight me? You bunch of trash. Fight one-on-one. Let's fight one-on-one. If you win me, I'll tell you Emperor Ling's last words. Having said that, he had already broken through the air, heading straight for the 2 kings. The 2 kings were furious. Didn't you want to challenge the heavenly kings one-on-one? Why are you looking for us? Boom! A loud noise was heard. At this moment, the other heavenly kings surrounded them. Zhang Tao actually dared to come back. Did he have a death wish? Was he crazy? At this moment, the 2 kings flew backward. Zhang Tao laughed wildly. Trash! Having said that, he roared. Origin chi and mentality surged out of his body. He roared, I'll kill you. I don't want to live anymore. Having said that, a clone surged out. It was extremely powerful. Boom! An earth-shattering explosion was heard. The 2 kings flew backward again. Their golden bodies were blown up. Blood splattered in the void. Everyone was stunned. What was Zhang Tao doing? Self-destructing his clone? That was not all. Zhang Tao's mentality surged out again. Origin chi gathered again. A clone appeared again and quickly attacked the 3 great sect protectors. He roared, Come on, self-destruct. I'm not afraid of you. Boom! Self-destruct again. Space collapsed. The 3 great sect protectors fled hurriedly. He was crazy. Outside, Li Zhu's expression changed slightly. Then he could not help but curse. He made it. Yes, he made it. Old Zhang was also depressed. He had just advanced. After all, he was not a true heavenly king. Only his combat strength had reached the level of a heavenly king. Who knew that in the blink of an eye, he was full again? Was Fong Ping crazy? He thought Fong Ping was crazy. Did this kid rob the entire 3 realms? This increase in strength was not something that everyone could digest. It was too fast, so fast that he could not accept it. There was no other way. Self-destruct. If this went on, he was afraid that he would explode to death. Come on, I'm not afraid of death. Isn't it just a great loss of strength? What's this? Zhang Tao was extremely arrogant. He roared. Two clones appeared beside him again. They chased after the two kings like crazy. The two kings broke into a run. Crazy. How powerful was Zhang Tao? Although his clones were much weaker and did not even have emperor-level strength, they could not withstand this guy's reckless self-destruction. Don't run! Zhang Tao roared. He grabbed the two clones and threw them in that direction. Boom! The explosion was heard again. The two kings flew backward again. Their faces turned green. Why do you keep staring at us? At this moment, King Kuan's expression was ugly. He roared, surround and kill him. Kill your grandpa. Zhang Tao cursed. With a roar, he condensed another clone. I'll blow you up. Using the clone to blow up King Kuan was not very useful. However, he was rich and willful. His mentality was increasing too fast. He had too much origin chi that he could not use. He could only blow up to his heart's content. What was wrong with that? Rumble. The sound of self-destruction was heard again. Old Zhang ran. After blowing up, he broke through the void. While they were dealing with the clone's self-destruction, he fled quickly. He roared as he ran. My strength has been greatly damaged. If you have the guts, come and fight a heavenly king one-on-one. I've blown up 30% of my mentality. Who dares to kill me? Everyone's expression was cold. Li Zhu had a headache. He sighed. It seems like I guessed right. He was too full. The human race's strength is improving very fast. I'm afraid Fong Ping has really killed a saint. At this moment, the others were starting to believe it. At this moment, everyone's expression was uncertain. What kind of joke was this? He killed a saint. Tian Gui had actually died in Fong Ping's hands. This was too shocking. This was even more unbelievable than the resurrection of Tengu and the others. King Kuan said gloomily, Fong Ping killed a saint. Do you think this era is Fong Ping or Zhang Tao? Everyone knew what he meant. Li Zhu thought about it and smiled bitterly. It's hard to say. Who was the prodigy of new martial arts? Zhang Tao. Fong Ping. I'm afraid it's another 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors. At this moment, even the ancient sea guardian began to sigh. He had experienced that era. At this moment, this cold, ancient powerhouse also had a complicated look in his eyes. In the past, the 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors rose at about the same time. Now, the human race's King Wu and Fong Ping. He could not continue. Tian Gui was killed. He did not die in the hands of a heavenly king, but in the hands of Fong Ping. It was too unbelievable. In the distance, Zhang Tao had already escaped without a trace. For a moment, the people behind him lost some interest in chasing after him. While they were chasing after Zhang Tao, a new war had already started in the outside world. New powerhouses had risen. They were even more terrifying than Zhang Tao. Fong Ping. Many people had heard of this name before, but they might not have paid much attention to it. And now, everyone remembered this person. Fong Ping. Human King Fong Ping. There was already a second human king in the human race. Pluto and the others could be considered. However, in this generation of Pluto, Zhang Tao had gathered all the human race's beliefs. After all, Pluto and the others were still a notch lower. They could not be considered as real human kings. The first generation of new martial's human king should be Zhang Tao. The two who activated new martial arts could not be considered either. The second generation, that was Fong Ping. 2 generations of human kings had risen. At the back of the crowd, Celestial's Fate, who said that he would kill Fong Ping the next time he met him, sent a voice transmission to Moon's spirit. Are all humans so scary? He killed a saint. I haven't killed a saint yet. Moon's spirit, will you still kill him the next time you meet him? He was almost doubting his life. Had all the heavenly kings here killed a saint before? Of course not. At least he had not killed one. Now, there was a guy outside who killed a saint. Celestial's Fate was wondering if he could really kill this person the next time he met him. Moon's spirit could not be bothered with him, but she was also frowning. This was too fast. Was it really Fong Ping who did it? It was a little scary. King Kun looked around. After a long time, he said slowly, "Get out. Everyone, get out together. If we don't get out, I'm afraid there will be big changes in the outside world. Fong Ping can actually kill a saint, even if Tian Gui has just recovered and is not at his peak. This is extremely scary." As soon as he said that, everyone's eyes flickered. Should they go out? Where is the 9 Emperors' seal? What did King Marshall obtain over there? If we leave now, won't our trip to Spirit Emperor's dojo be in vain? These people spoke one after another, somewhat conflicted. Should they go out just like that? If they really left, this trip would really be in vain. King Kun did not care about them. He wanted to leave. If he did not go out, who knew what would happen outside? Although Heavenly Court was gone, there were signs of the outside world getting out of control. He did not want to play hide and seek with King Marshall and the others here anymore. Ahead, Zhang Tao was panting heavily. He glanced at his origin Dao. Someone was occupying more and more territory, as if he wanted to squeeze him out of the origin Dao. Old Zhang's expression was dark. This was too much. This was his origin Dao. It was good enough that he had shown it to you. Now he really wanted to take over the place and squeeze me out? Squeeze! Squeeze, I'll let you. Bang! Old Zhang punched the figure in the Dao and sent him flying. He went up and punched and kicked him. This was too much. Not only did he come to my house without asking, but he also wanted to chase me away. How could he do things like this? After a beating, old Zhang's expression was conflicted. Killed a saint, killed a saint. He repeated it several times. Conflicted. Too conflicted. He hoped that Fong Ping would become stronger. The human race also needed powerhouses. But he could not do this. He had just become a heavenly king and killed a saint, causing a sensation in the 3 realms. You rascal. You killed a saint just by following behind me. What is this? At this moment, the void beside him trembled. Old Zhang glanced at it, but did not say anything. The next moment, Heavenly King Subduing walked out and said in a complicated tone, "That kid killed it. Probably. Killed a saint." Heavenly King Subduing also said bitterly, "Since ancient times, the number of saints who have died is also limited. Other than that time in the heavenly realm, the number of saints who have died after that is the highest this year. 3 have died. In the North-South War, 2,000 years ago, the masters of the blessed grotto heavens with saint-level strength did not fall. In the battle of the earthly Emperor God dynasty, 2,500 years ago, a heavenly king died and a few saints died, but that was with the earthly emperor's projection participating in the battle. In the previous chaotic period, there seemed to be only 3 to 5 saints who died, and this time is only the beginning of the great chaos. The 3 realms' great chaos had already begun. However, this was only the beginning. The heavenly kings had not even stepped onto the stage, and the saints had only just appeared. In the end, 3 died this year: Evermelt, Qing Jing, Tiangui. As Heavenly King Subduing said, he asked curiously, "How can this guy be so strong? Could it be that the old thing who was in prison did it?" "I don't know," Zhang Tao said and laughed. "I only know that the human race's strength has increased greatly. I feel that there might be a few more paragons. The losses here might have been made up for by the outside world. In Spirit Emperor Dojo, a few human paragons had also died." Old Zhang felt that the outside world had probably made up for these losses. Anyway, he felt that he had received a lot of feedback this time. King Kun and the others can't sit still anymore. They all want to leave this place. What should we do now? Zhang Tao thought for a while before saying, "Wait a little longer. Hold them back for a while, and buy some time for Fong Ping. Now that they're out, these guys are all heavenly kings. The human race's side, although they're not weak, the stronger the human race is, the more they'll cooperate. Moreover, with the heavenly kings outside, it'll be difficult for Fong Ping to fight for a chance for the human race to become stronger. It'll be difficult to hold them back," Zhang Tao laughed. Difficult? Not difficult. For example, as soon as he said that, Zhang Tao roared, "Old Li, You've gone too far. This is the divine weapon that Spirit Emperor gave me. Why are you snatching it? The 9 Emperor seals are also mine. Heavenly King subduing was speechless. Would anyone believe that? Zhang Tao chuckled. He was not in a hurry, but his aura was instantly revealed. There was a faint imperial aura on his body. It was left behind by Spirit Emperor. In the next moment, a tremor came from the depths of the dark source world. At this moment, the Heavenly King seals in the hands of the other Heavenly Kings also trembled slightly. The 9 Emperor seals are mine. Don't snatch them. Zhang Tao roared, then looked at Heavenly King, subduing and laughed. This should be able to delay for a while, right? I'll go look for the 9 Emperor seals and let those fellows hunt me for a while more. Having said that, Zhang Tao thought for a while, then roared again. Fang Ping killed the ancient saints and annihilated all forces in the 3 realms. Human powerhouses live well. When we get out, we'll be the #1 force in the 3 realms. Everyone else, just you wait. Even if I die in battle here, you won't have a good ending when you get out, unless you surrender now and kill a few catacombs true gods to prove your sincerity. His voice reverberated in all directions. At this moment, some of the people hiding in the dark were also stunned. Warlord looked at Li Jun. After a while, the corner of his mouth twitched. Is he bragging, or is it true? Li Jun's expression was cold. He said calmly, Zhang Tao usually doesn't joke about big things. This time, he's bragging. Huh? Li Jun was still calm. Whether it's true or not, I'll take it as a bluff. Fang Ping killed a saint. I don't believe it. He just did not believe it. Li Jun thought that he was very calm, but now he could not stay calm. He did not want to live anymore. It was bad enough that he was surpassed by Zhang Tao, that old scoundrel. Fang Ping, this kid killed a saint? When Warlord heard that, he nodded. Yes, it's fake. It's just a morale boost. Just listen to it. Do you really think a saint is so easy to kill? Warlord was satisfied. He comforted himself. It felt good too. After comforting himself for a while, Warlord suddenly said, What if it's true? Li Jun glanced at him, thought for a while, and said, If it's true, then we'll say that Fang Ping surpassed the ancients. We're both neo-martial artists. The age difference isn't big. With the ancients as a comparison, it'll feel better. He doesn't seem to be as old as your grandson, Li Jun retorted. I'm not as old as your grandson either. Warlord rolled his eyes. Then he said indignantly, Why can't I walk the king's path? Otherwise, I might be a heavenly king today. What do you think this kid did? How did he kill a saint? Could it be that the saint was about to die, and he killed him with a casual slash? It's possible. Li Jun nodded and added, Maybe he only had a little bit of mentality left. He extinguished it easily. Yes, that should be it. The two of them comforted each other. Finally, they were in a much better mood. They were comforting themselves. On the Forbidden Sea, Fang Ping faced danger again. 3 saints. At this moment, the 3 of them were extremely vigilant. They were no longer sad, no longer underestimating or careless. They surrounded Fang Ping from 3 sides. Many saints were mobilized this time. Zhang Hao fought Qing Yimou. Feng Yun fought the Divine Court military governor. Yu Wei fought the mysterious saint, and the cat trapped 2 of them. On the human side, Heavenly Wood was still confronting a saint. Even now, there were still 9 saints targeting the human world. The God creation envoys 3 avatars scattered. At this moment, even if Fang Ping had just killed Tian Gui, he could not reverse the situation. It shocked everyone, but it also strengthened these people's determination to kill Fang Ping. If they did not kill Fang Ping today, maybe in a few days, it would be Fang Ping hunting them down. In the distance, the cat was already panting from exhaustion. The 2 saints were also struggling fiercely, trying to break through the blockade. Fang Ping killing Tian Gui was unexpected. As for the 3 saints, even if they were not at their peak, they might not die when facing a heavenly king. Could Fang Ping continue killing people? However, at this time, the 3 of them were much more vigilant. Not only that, the Sky Sword Saint said in a low voice, Yu Wei, 36 saints has won. Today, because of you, Tian Gui has fallen. But after all, it was not you who killed him, but now you and the others are stopping us from taking revenge. The meaning of the threat was also very obvious. Yu Wei and Feng Yun left. With 5 saints, would they be afraid that they could not kill Fang Ping? At this time, in the distance, Qing and Mo shouted, "One person, surround and kill this person. Kill him. Then join forces to kill Fang Ping. This person is not a saint." As soon as these words came out, Fang Ping's heart trembled slightly. On the other side, Jiang Hao also frowned. If another person came, he would not be able to hold on. At that time, if he did not want to die, he could only escape. If he left, Fang Ping would really be in danger. He was also very surprised that Fang Ping killed Tian Gui, but if the 4 saints joined forces, Fang Ping would also be in danger. At this time, Fang Ping suddenly laughed. "I thought that I could solve all the problems myself. I did not expect that in the end I still have to rely on others." Fang Ping sighed. A jade card appeared in his hand and crushed it instantly. He laughed. "I hope the Celestial Emperor can come faster. I don't know how far away he is from us now. What a headache." Everyone's expression changed. Fang Ping laughed again. At this time, he was not anxious and calmly said, "Is the extreme path disciple here?" At this time, in the void far away, someone said in a low voice, "I am Lin Hai. I asked someone to send you a message, but you did not respond." Fang Ping said softly, "If that's the case in the future, don't call yourself an extreme path disciple." "What are you trying to say?" "I can understand you, the reincarnated extreme path, venerable emperors, if you do not recognize them. That is your freedom. But since you do not recognize them, that means you do not think that they will revive. If that is the case, then don't call yourself an extreme path disciple." Fang Ping laughed. "Because you do not even understand the concept of the extreme path, Celestial Emperor. How can you call yourself an extreme path disciple?" Before Lin Hai could reply, the 3 saints suddenly attacked. The void around Fang Ping was blasted apart immediately. As for Fang Ping, at this moment, he was also in no mood to talk anymore, feeling helpless in his heart. That old man was not reliable. The 3 clones dispersed just like that, otherwise it would not be like this. If this went on, once he was weakened, there might be unforeseen events. He did not know what the surrounding saints were thinking, who knew if someone would attack again. What should I do? Jiang Hao might not be able to hold on forever. Just as Fang Ping was struggling, in the distance, the void shook, and a figure appeared. Someone was coming. It was not Tengu. The jade pendant that Fang Ping crushed was just to scare people. The person's aura was not too strong. As soon as this person arrived, he looked directly at Kai Dai and the others, did not speak. A long spear appeared in his hand, pointing at one of them. "I am not Mia. My name is Yao Qingjun, Human's first military school's vice-chancellor, now MCMU's vice-chancellor. Lin Hai, maybe I should call you Senior. Senior, if you want to inherit the extreme path. Yao Qingjun has no objections. Senior, if you do it, I will give you the God-destroying spear. Maybe you can take this opportunity to establish the extreme path again." The person was Yao Qingjun. The spear in Yao Qingjun's hand shot toward Lin Hai, saying calmly, "God-destroying spear. I don't know if it's Mie's weapon, whether it is or not. Since you did it, it belongs to you. If you don't do it, you can take it away, but from now on, the extreme path has nothing to do with humans." In the distance, an ordinary-looking middle-aged man looked at Yao Qingjun with a complicated expression, not saying a word. The God-destroying spear shot toward him, and the man caught it, rubbing it gently for a moment. When he looked at Yao Qingjun again, his gaze became more complicated. Heaven-destroying emperor, God-destroying spear. At this moment, the person in his eyes was not Yao Qingjun, but the ultimate emperor who looked down on all the powerhouses of the 3 realms, the one who always wore a cold expression. The others also glanced at Yao Qingjun. Was he the reincarnation of the ultimate emperor? God-destroying spear? Many people looked at the spear in Lin Hai's hand, but no one tried to snatch it. With the disciples of the ultimate path around, Snatching the god-destroying spear would be a deadly feud. Lin Hai's gaze became even more complicated. At this moment, Sky's sword shouted angrily, "Lin Hai, that's not the heaven-destroying emperor. The ultimate path, Heavenly Emperor died a long time ago. Are you going to follow the orders of a brat?" Lin Hai ignored him and looked at Yao Qingjun again, saying softly, "Don't you remember anything about the past?" Yao Qingjun said calmly, "I don't have any memories. I'm Yao Qingjun. You don't have to think of me as the god-destroying emperor. I'm Master's disciple." "Maybe not," Lin Hai said softly. Back then, the relationship between master and disciple wasn't very prominent. "I only listened to Master's teachings." Back then, there were countless powerhouses in the heaven-destroying palace, and Lin Hai wasn't the most outstanding. Lin Hai laughed self-mockingly. Now, those fellow disciples are either dead or scattered. They've long since disappeared without a trace. Seeing that Yao Qingjun didn't respond, Lin Hai sighed. "This is Master's weapon, the god-destroying spear. It hasn't completely recovered." Then he sent the spear back into Yao Qingjun's hand. "It doesn't matter if you're Master's reincarnation. Back then, you listened to heaven-destroying palace's teachings. And there's karma." Lin Hai closed his eyes. In the next moment, he opened them and said, "If Master doesn't recover, this will be your disciple's only help. If Master returns, your disciple will return to the ultimate path sect." As soon as he said that, everyone felt a sense of pressure. At this moment, a world descended from the sky. A real world. At this moment, it was difficult to distinguish between illusion and reality. At this time, Fong Ping and the few saints landed in an ancient city. Suppress. Waves of invisible force gushed out from the city, suppressing the three sages. Lin Hai appeared above the city instantly, like a Buddha, ruling over this world. "Spear come!" An indifferent voice rang out, and a spear descended from the sky. "Kill!" The spear turned into a giant dragon, charging towards Sky, sword instantly. Sky's sword's gaze was solemn. This was God-destroying Palace's disciple. The ultimate path sect's disciple had a very powerful origin. With a powerful origin, their recovery speed was faster, and the limitations of their physical bodies were extremely small. Compared to Lin Hai, the few sages might have surpassed him in strength back then, but now they were suppressed. In the distance, Yao Qingjun saw the situation and bowed slightly, saying, "Thank you for your help, Senior." As soon as he said that, he did not stop and directly teleported away. Seeing the situation, Lin Hai said coldly, "Let him go. Whoever dares to follow, don't blame me for being ruthless." Someone wanted to follow Yao Qingjun. Lin Hai threatened. This was not the opportunity for the ultimate path, Heavenly Emperor's reincarnation, to appear. Their appearance would only become a thorn in the side of all parties. And at this time, Fong Ping's pressure was also greatly reduced. The three sages' strength was suppressed by Lin Hai's origin world. Lin Hai entangled Sky's sword. Fong Ping only needed to face two sages. However, the pressure was still very great. Fong Ping smiled and said, "Whoever helps me entangle another one, I'll slaughter these guys today. I'll definitely repay them in the future." As soon as these words came out, the outer sages all had different expressions. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.